This is Cary Grant. If there's nothing wrong with this, as if he was a gay man.
Sure.
I don't believe it. I do believe I'm sitting on your penis.
Cary Grant as a gay, wasn't he gay?
I'm not saying anyone's gay. I'm just saying if he was, it would sound like this.
My mom.
I can't believe it. I'm sitting on your penis.
God, he really amped it up on that one. You know, my mom said, Cary Grant, she said, when I heard he was gay, I knew it because I get nothing from him. I loved him, but I was like, nothing. That's so funny. My mom.
I don't think he's gay. Okay.
I think he was.
Oh,
Let's go to the phones. No, let's go to the
homophobic
YouTube comments.
Homophobic.
Why? Is that a real sneeze? That was a good one.
I was a character actor. So this is two things that are visual about me right now. So this is, these fucking shoes. I'm nothing against Hoka. I'm going to try them. But with the clown shoes with 3 inches of rubber, there's a point of diminishing returns. There's a point where you bounce all around. So I've got these ones. So I'm walking down the hallway going to the gig, and they're just walking, and I'm stumbling all over the place and go, well, you know, he's getting a little long in the tooth. No, I'm not. I got fucked up, bozo shoes. So these are 10 years old. Feel how firm the heel is.
Oh,
you want to touch my
I like that firmness. So sickening, yeah.
So
I'll take your word for it next time.
Oh, how sweet it is.
Want you to smell the firmness? Pugnant.
Oh, I'm getting a contact high from my Ghost 10s. All right. So my birthday's coming up. So my wife got me a present.
Okay.
And don't call it a man purse. It's a man bag. So
a merce?
I've been resistant to one of these things because I felt like I would look like I'm a British postman.
Hello.
We've got a letter for you, sir, from the king. You know. So, and also just the effect.
All the way back on for that.
So this is not a joke, okay, for everybody here. This I'm gonna take out all my stuff. So what I do is I have this lightweight puffy jacket. And I have pockets, and that's my surrogate man purse. So let's put this down for a second and see what I have legit on a regular basis. Remember when you laughed the other day, Heather?
What's in Dana's coat?
When I came out like 3 different, we've got my glasses and a pen. We've got, of course, the wallet, another pen. Let's go over here. We have
money popping out of it.
This is a travel thing. That looks like a sex toy. The all-new orange rabbit. No, this is shampoo for getting through airlines.
Really? I'll give you a clue. It fits up my ass when I'm on the road.
Oakley's
phone. Third glasses.
More glasses.
Fourth glasses.
And then some Post-its, and I don't know why.
Oh, I don't.
So they were all in my jacket. Now let's see with Remco's man purse. Santa might come early for you this year.
Yeah, what makes the man
So there we are. Let's see if it can get in here. Now, if I put it in here very slowly, I feel like I'm David Blaine.
Yeah.
Just watch. I'm going to put it in here. Just watch. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this all in here.
I can make that shampoo disappear in my butthole.
Think of why butthole and time. I've had Cary Grant doing his thing, and you said butthole in the first 4 minutes. So we do this. Yeah. We take off this jacket that's 12 years old.
Wait a second.
So the people at home watching the demonstration just feel it.
Okay, it's a real jacket, everyone.
Real jacket.
You've never met this jacket before.
I like a uniform, and now I'm putting on my super cool stolen jean jacket. Now I'm going to stand up, Evan, and you'll see a cool guy come in.
Oh.
What's up?
Oh, shit.
Right?
Heather gave the right reaction.
Are you okay?
Everybody cool in here?
What's going on? Everybody all right?
Anybody need to get knocked the fuck out?
Anybody need anything? Yeah!
Anybody need a couple pairs of glasses?
There, now you're not going to lose this.
No way.
So, that kind of thing. So
I like that.
Do you?
Yeah. I bet you could, honestly, I thought you were going to put your jacket into the puffy one because Bobby, we're on the road, he rolls his jacket up and he puts it in a little bag this big, his puffy jacket. It's crazy.
I could do that.
You could do it. I thought that might be part of the magic.
I don't know. So that's my...
Now a word from Fruit Fresh or whatever our sponsors.
Do you have a story? Because I have topics. Do you have a story? Let's go back and forth because it's,
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Superfly. Or whatever it's called.
Superfly. That name may be a
Yeah,
sunset.
yeah.
We don't know
We
yet.
got news coming for
We
you
might
guys. We don't know.
sunset the name because we unintentionally, I take the blame for it because I just said Superfly. And everyone, they liked it. And I didn't like it.
It's a great idea, but we might have some news for you by next week. Also, I don't know. Do we say anything? I don't know what to do.
Well, no. But basically, the idea was whatever we do, we'll do. We're just being honest with the fans. Superfly and Fly on the Wall were a little too confusing for people. I actually met one guy in Minneapolis at a corporate date who understood it. Oh, yeah. Hey, Fly on the Wall is that's the interview one, mostly not on video. And Superfly but even Rob Lowe went, Superfly? So we may do something with that, but we'll make announcements soon.
Right. They might be beep, beep, merging.
Every time, because I was having an ice cold beer, I'm watching your special, and every time you did a sound effect, I took a drink. And I had a lot of beer that night.
I forgot. There's one where I just literally do the sound effects on purpose.
They were great. Yeah. I love the way you incorporate them. You don't lean on them. You're not like You know
where they help in real life is when I'm checking out at self-checkout. I just go like this. And then it's $100, but I only pay $3.
So you use it for criminal activity. Yeah. Okay, I have a whole different way to think about it. So anyway, I saw Dandelion.
Oh boy! By the way, I have an announcement. We did a poll on my Instagram. Who says dandelion and who says dandelion? I said Dana says dandelion, and we went to the polls, and the people have spoken, and it's 57% say dandelion. Can you believe it?
Well, of course. I went to San Francisco State. I know how to pronounce words.
You were right.
Yeah.
But 43% were wrong.
Well, that is a very portocular type of portocular. How do you pronounce it?
What does
particular?
That mean?
Some people say particular.
Yeah, particular.
I say portocular.
You're getting everyone right, man. You're ahead of the game.
Thank you.
All right, let's go back to Dandelion. So Dana watched special.
I watched David's special.
Talk about jury duty. Talk about a write-off.
I watched it.
It's all for work. Okay, go ahead.
No, I saw the special.
Oh, good. That's a good review.
Don't you love that? I've had people come up to me in the airport. I saw your special. And then nothing else.
That's it. I get this. Hey, were you in Grown Ups? I go, thank you. And they go, thank you what? I go, what'd you say? And they go, were you in Grown Ups? I go, yeah. And they go, And I go, I was good in it? And they're like,
hey,
no.
You were on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, thank you.
I go, thanks, sister.
Yeah.
But nothing.
Nothing.
But go look, ahead. Here's the inside baseball. This you can kind of flip the salmon right now. If you're cooking.
Everyone's cooking.
Everyone's cooking or hiking
in their car.
Or making love while they listen to this.
Do they think they put this as background noise when they're going?
There's a lot of sex going on with us in the background. This woman said, I don't know why it turns me and my husband on. Made that up. So anyway, a comedian, it's like a surgeon watching a surgeon, you know. They're going to be, holy shit, you're doing surgery. So I'm just thinking, oh, he's got that. I can't get out of my head. I'm watching someone do, oh, that's a good bit. Oh, he's tagging that.
Oh, my God.
Another water hit. Okay. Now he's coming up. So I enjoyed it, but I can't watch it like a regular person.
I'm sickened that you watch it because to have someone I like watch it, as someone that's actually funny, watch it, it just hit me.
Thank you.
I'm horrified by it. But it is hard, and I'm sure when I watch it, I go, I'm hitting the water too much. I take a sip of water.
Well, they can cut that out.
I could have cut it out, but I didn't because sometimes it looks too jumpy. But I left a few in so people know I do drink water. And I don't want them to think I don't. And then I had a set list.
On the table?
You'll laugh at this. I had a set list like I do because I wanted it to be like every other stand-up show.
Oh, yeah.
And then the director goes, or the guy goes, camera guy goes, hey, man, I see your set list. It's white. So they brought me blue paper in the back and go, write it on here. And I go, I've never had blue paper. I don't want anything different. I wrote it with a magic marker and I couldn't really read it. Classic. Don't change anything right before you go out. That was right before I went out.
Wait a minute. So you wrote your set list and never tried it with a magic marker on blue paper.
Right.
And then when you went out, you looked at it and go, holy shit, I can't read it.
Right, because I'm like, why am I doing this for the camera guy? I don't give a fat fuck if they see my set list on the stool. You go to a concert, it's fun. You see the floor and you see the set list of a band, but I just went along with it to be a great guy because I have fucking great guy syndrome and it sucks sometimes. And then, but I have it on a monitor.
That's the title of your next special.
I do have it on a monitor, and if I'm stuck, I can look up.
I thought it was great. I mean, obviously you killed, and the bits were really funny.
Thank you.
And you were physical. And I mean, stand-up specials are, what do you, I mean, the main thing you want to do is have fun and be funny. So.
Yes. I did have that, and I did have a good time. I've heard nice things, but you never know what you're hearing. But sometimes people on YouTube and Instagram are very direct. They don't beat around the bush. So
again, have you ever met any human being who wrote a nasty thing online? Have you?
I know
anyone besides Evan and Greg?
Yeah, my
Late
two
at night.
biggest.
You suck,
trollers.
I'm feeling better. I'm bringing you down. Shut up, Brian. But people loved it.
No, but I think I heard nice things about it, and I'm glad you watched it. And we'll put it to bed after this. But it was nice to get one out of the way. And then when I go on the road now, and people go, "Oh, you're going to Omaha," and a lot of people say, "Should I watch the special first, or should I come see you on the road first?" And that's a tough decision. I would say watch it. And then there'll be some repeats because I like to keep some of the ones that really work in there. And then there'll be some new stuff. So,
well, yeah, I think great bits are better the second, third, fourth time.
If
it's a great bit, because then you're just, you don't.
When I see Bobby Lee, I saw him the other night, and I'm like with my friend, I go, "Oh, I want him to do this one. I want him to do this one." And if they don't, I go.
And if they hit it a little bit different or whatever,
right, it's always going to be a hair different.
And
some bits expand since you did them.
Right.
And they're even more polished and you get the edges off and they're better.
Well, I used to do, this goes back since 1983 when I fell in love with the movie Scarface, like with every other comedian at the time. Yeah. So everyone had a Scarface bit. Mine was Scarface at Thanksgiving dinner, Pasa Sweet Potatoes.
It was a good long bit too. It was a good chunk.
Pasa Sweet Potatoes. But it started out at 2 minutes to 3. And now sometimes when I played the casino, it was packed and so much energy. I think it was almost a 20-minute
You
bit.
can just keep milking it because it kills.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to do? You want me to eat the corn on the cob, man? The corn on the cob? You get the corn in your teeth and the cob. They don't tell you about the cob, man. The cob is worse than the corn. Corn on the cob. That's what you want me to eat, huh? Huh? What are you going to do? You want me to eat what you want me to eat? Is at Thanksgiving. You want me to eat a Jello with a walnut inside? So the Jello goes down, the walnut gets stuck in my esophagus. Oh, yeah. So I go, and then he goes crazy on the grandmother who he thinks ate all the sweet potatoes.
I remember all
I
this.
could do this all day.
Grandma, look at you, man. At birthday time, there was a bowl of catty corn. I go set for a smoke. I come back, no catty corn, man. You ate all the catty corn. I don't believe it. You like to eat, don't you, man? You like to eat. You like to eat. You like to eat. I see you with the Whitman sampler. You stick your thumb in the back. You don't
Whitman
get the kettlebell.
sampler.
You don't get the kettlebell. You put it right back in the box. Because you don't check out a guide. Inside the Whitman sampler, there's a guide. Corresponding guide tells you what a coconut is, the caramel is. You just dig in there like that. It's like a good. So I'll go on and on and on. So my point was,
You don't need any other bits. That thing just must.
to your point, bits getting longer, extenuating.
It's good because sometimes you do they're a little undercooked because you just thought of them. You go, "Oh, I'll throw this on," and then you start to work it. I went out last night because I'm trying to do new stuff and try to work stuff, and it is fun when new bits work. It's great, and when they bomb, it's so disheartening.
There's nothing new, and if you have an old bit where you're adding stuff to it, then it's a new bit again. I would just say this: in the modern era, if I was going to engage in this particular activity of the stand-up special, and let's just say I'm announcing it now, I solemnly swear to do a special every month for the next 12 months. I will go to a comedy club with a little tiny crew like these two numbskulls over here, these knuckleheads, and do maybe just 2 cameras, minimal light, and just do 10 or 12 minutes, either crowd work or stuff I'm thinking of in the moment,
and put it out like that?
Yeah,
Like
a
12
special every month. This idea that 2 years without
Yeah.
David Spade, 2 years we have to not
People
have
can't do
David
it. They're
Spade.
suffocating. They need it. And also, I shot it in fucking Rocktober. So I'm not blaming Amazon because this is just sort of how it goes. Amazon's great.
Right, you had the
And-
submarine one. You had, what were the ones that were sort of your classic bits for the last 2 years?
Oh, that I've had those.
Yeah.
But then some, I don't want anything sitting on a shelf for 8 months. But, Hulu, when they came to me, they said, we'll put it out in a year and a half. I'm like, a year and a half? Like,
and
how
do
do
they
I-
know that you work with current events as part
we
of
do
what you
part
do?
like we do here. Like, it's fun to think of something. And sometimes there was something last night, I can't remember, but I was like, this is good for a couple weeks, couple months. It's still funny. But then at a certain point, everyone's like, that's dead. Just move on,
Yeah, you can just sort of feel. Although
Mhm.
the Menendez brothers, there are lots of jokes in the 90s. Then it became cornball, faded
Right.
away. Now they're back.
Come back.
So you never know. It's time to bring out your Menendez.
You know what's
chunk.
funny is that you brought this up that the other day on the news, they go, great news for the Menendez brothers on a Good Day LA. And I go, oh, what? They go, 50 years with parole. I go, I love when that's good news in your life.
Well, the
50
thing is, they've
years.
done 35. So the guy said 50 now. So 50 makes them eligible. All that
Right.
good
I didn't know
behavior
until
shit.
after, right.
So they can get out now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Time
find
served. Are you okay? You missing one of your
What? No,
1,000
I don't
glasses?
need. I don't need notes. I'm going. These are random thoughts as we ping pong around.
Where's your baker's dozen glasses?
I got a trim. I got.
You're
I
also
got,
wearing them, and then you've got 4.
I got
extra.
a haircut, and I left some of my other glasses at Chris Rios' salon.
Fucking shit.
That's why I was 3 minutes late.
Dude, why are you burying that story?
Here's. Well,
I went to Rite Aid.
I felt I needed a little trim. I said, okay, Superfly at 10 a.m. That's on the unimportant list.
Yeah.
So let's go to Rite Aid.
Mhm.
Let's pick up our meds,
Mhm.
go get a little haircut, oil change. No, here's my thought.
Yes.
Don't ever deny in life. Always go yes.
Mhm.
Here's an example. So Trump gets a $400 million plane from Qatar.
Oh,
He
yeah.
doesn't get up there and
Heather
go,
goes-
well, it's not really a gift. I mean, it's a thing. They're giving it. It's not really a gift.
No,
he
it's-
just says, they're giving me a gift. It's a beautiful gift. If I don't take the gift, I'd have to be stupid. I'd be very stupid. Look, and if you think about it, I'd be a stupid person not to take the gift. So a lot of people think it's unconstitutional. But how do you come back at someone and says, yeah, I did it. I got the plane. What are you talking about? If Nixon if Nixon had said, of course, I told the boys to break into the Democratic National Place. I wanted to know what those commie bastards were up to. He never would have got impeached because you don't give him any air. If Bill Clinton had said, instead of I did not have sex with him, I had sex with that mama over and over. I mean, she was a hot, hot mama and I had a lot of sex. There'd been no room to prosecute. So Trump's genius, if you will, that'll go over with half our audience, is never denying, just having fun. We're getting a beautiful plane. What do you think? I'm crazy. Hey, and Qatar's like, we give it to you for free. By the way, Qatar gives away a lot of 747s to a lot of countries.
Oh, it's not
no
that special.
strings attached. We give you $400 million plane. We don't expect anything in return. But if you wanted to give us something, we wouldn't turn it down.
Yeah. It's like a nickel to them.
That's a Qatarian accent.
I know. He went in this. I agree. Trump acts like it's a slinky. Like they gave it to me. It's a stocking stuffer. But
Well, yeah.
I have to say, it is a little itchy because you go, what if they have.
What if Qatar says, could we get a couple of your nuclear bombs?
Or they just blow it up one day. They got a kill switch in there. Or they have find your phone on it,
Or they stick a
locator.
little guy in there. They stick a little lean, tiny man, and Trump's going around the Air Force One, for security purposes.
where the Bev card
What's
is?
down here? What's your name? My name is Kokosis.
I'm hiding in planes so that later on I will sabotage with little scissors for wires.
Cut wires.
Well, you're admitting to your crime. You're admitting it. You're not hiding it. So I'm going to hire you on the spot. You got a job. You're in
You're a
charge
good
of
guy. You sound like a
security.
good guy.
Who are you working for? Hamas in Iran. Sorry.
God damn.
No, you're working for the U.S. of A. I'll tell you that much. And I'll tell you again, and I know how to tell you. Look at it and think about it, and I'll tell you. Anyway, I don't know if I had anything else. Shit.
That's it. That's good.
Well, what do you? Oh, this was one.
Okay.
So the family's dressed up, P. Diddy's family, and they look beautiful.
We're on a P. Diddy. I love it.
They look beautiful, and they're coming into the court, and they're gorgeous clothes, and they're coming in, supporting pops or whatever. Yes, watch this, and then they have to hear the testimony. Do they ever kind of slink down in their chairs a little bit?
Oh my God!
Geez, I didn't know Dad was that.
Listen, I didn't know what. I knew he was a record executive, but it's a lot to that job. I didn't know about. Also, that the Cassie, who's with her new husband, and he's got to hear this stuff. He's like, I know you had that one problem in the elevator. It feels like there was a little more going on. Well, I mean, good God, to hear that every day like this.
I know it's dark humor, but look, it's our job. But I would say this. A lot of times when someone's caught red-handed, their defense attorney will announce this, and he did it with P. Diddy. Is he a nice guy?
That's the best, yes.
No. Is he a nasty guy? Yeah. Can he be mean? Yes. Does he have a temper? Yes. Will he kick women in an elevator?
Yes.
Yes. But did he commit a crime?
Right.
I don't think so.
Does he like to rub jizz on himself? Possibly. Does that make him a bad guy? Yes. But should he go to jail? No. Like, come on. He's not. He's a jerk.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
He's a horrible person. Should he spend a night in county jail? Absolutely not.
Oh, do you want to go Cheesecake
women in
Factory with
baby
him?
oil.
I wouldn't.
And then beats them with a racquetball. Is that rude? Is it aggressive? Yes.
Does he like his girlfriend getting ramrodded?
Should he go to prison?
No, that's what he likes to do in his spare time. He's a record executive. You don't understand that business.
Does he use household items and tools to do different things to different people? Yes.
Does he use a spatula a different way than you would? Yes.
Yes. We use sponges for different activities.
Right.
Just because he's adapting obvious household items for sexual purposes does not mean that my client deserves to go to prison.
Right. Does he give sex workers jobs? Yes. He's helping the economy. What about this? Here's by the way, Cassie's
Nothing
pregnant.
further, Your Honor. Can we riff on this bit longer? Yes. Does it make us boring? No. It's just us going on and on.
Cassie, it helps her, I think, to be pregnant because it is a little more sympathy. But the baby's like this. This is the first time hearing it. Look.
Well, the baby's doesn't. Oh, the baby's
listening.
inside
listening like this. Wait, what happened? Wait, can you back that up? Can you read that one back? Wait, this mom, the one okay. Yeah, because I'll stop there. That's fine.
It was a dark territory to go into.
It's a tough listen. That trial.
Mostly just the idea of the defense of someone with that, and they did it with OJ too.
What is the actual OJ's was straight up murder? What is the actual thing? Is it sex trafficking? What do they really want to get?
Well, there's a word that I kind of had to look up, and I want to ask the people if they really know what it means.
Is it dandruff?
Racketeering?
Oh, racketeering. RICO. I hear
Racketeering.
RICO.
The racketeering. That means unlawful activities to procure money. Basically a gangster threatening people.
Uh-oh, the screen just went lit up. All right, what are we going to show here?
Oh, you want something?
No, I don't know. I just saw Google.
I don't know how. We're only supposed to do 30 minutes now.
What's better?
For the
Google?
algo.
Oh, look at this. Here, I want to talk about this. Okay, Dana, there's a term you might not hear a lot called ED.
ED phone home.
Close. ED. Get harder. Yeah, this is Hims is you know what Hims is? One of our sponsors.
Absolutely. Sexual
Hims
health.
absolutely helps you get confidence back.
Mhm.
ED is out there and it's very prevalent.
Mhm.
People don't talk about it. We do. We're not afraid.
We're not
talk
afraid to
about it.
go into personal areas and help our audience with
This has
their problems.
treatments that
Mhm.
get things going and go longer. And
I mean, if you're feeling a little stalled out in the bedroom, through hymns, I'm just saying, David, you
Yeah.
can get some of the gas back in the tank, if you know what I mean.
oh, I do. Yeah.
And guess what? It's personalized ED treatment options that are accessible without ever stepping foot into a doctor's office. Get it? Got it?
Yeah,
Got it.
listen, HIMSS is just changing men's healthcare because they get access to affordable sexual health treatments from your couch. You have to go into the doctor.
That's right. HIMSS provides access to a range of doctor trusted ED treatments like chewable tablets,
Chewable. That's what you want.
Viagra, Cialis, and their generics for up to 95% less.
You know, it's funny because sometimes you're out making out in the car. It's not your fault. And then down there, it's going like this. Are we doing this? Are we doing this?
Mhm.
And then things start to happen. And then like, oh, we're driving again. Oh, we're at the door making out. We doing this? No, no. So sometimes it's not your fault. Like it's just a matter of reps. Like, and then when you really
Yeah.
want things to happen, it's like, give me a second. Relax.
You want your sex life to sound
Yeah.
like this. You don't want it to sound like this.
Oh, exactly what I was thinking. Listen, there's no doctor visit. You just
Yeah.
fill out a form. Medical provider will determine the right treatment option. You know, if they prescribe it, it goes right to you.
Process is 100% online. So there's no need for the uncomfortable doctor visits. Like, let's take a look and see what's going on. None of that. No insurance needed. Like you said, one low price covers everything from treatments to ongoing care. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/superfly. That's HIMS.com/superfly for your personalized ED treatment options. HIMS.com/superfly. The featured products include compounded products which are not approved nor verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality by the FDA. Prescription required. See a website for details, restrictions, and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
So this is Mission Impossible, which Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas. I don't think she's in the movie. There's a
She
romance.
forgot to button her blouse. I'm sorry. Is that a fashion
No,
statement?
no,
Can you see it, Heather?
she's horribly embarrassed.
I mean, is that it just looks like a blouse that wasn't
No,
buttoned.
that's what's supposed to be.
Tom
she
Cruise.
is a stunner, by the way.
She has on a little white bra.
Bralette.
Well, you don't see it, but there was a video of this, and he's kind of singing like the blouse unbuttoned, like the blouse unbuttoned. Doodaloo, doodaloo.
That one again?
Tom Cruise was singing like,
looks cool
like
there.
the blouse unbuttoned. Like Tom Cruise always looks
Take it
cool.
off. Take it off.
Take it off. Strip him down.
Yeah.
Strip it down.
So
Like
he's got
just the panties in a bra, like the. Go ahead.
this is coming out next week. I bought tickets. Two things about this. One,
Mission Impossible.
running time roughly 3 hours. I'll tell you when I see most of it. I can't wait to go see most of this movie because I do not think I can last with the THX, and then they have an ad for Dolby Sound. Guys, I'm not a director.
Guys.
Who is this ad going to?
Guys.
Hey, I see it's an ad for Coke. I'll buy Coke. Dolby Sound. I'm like, is it my choice? Don't make an ad. You're wasting your time. I can't pick the sound of the movie. So that, and then you got Nicole Kidman still clunking in her heels and sitting and watching. Like, skip it all. Let's get to the goddamn 3-hour movie.
Nicole Kidman announced today that she's not going to do another movie next week.
She's waiting to the week after?
Yeah, she goes every week. I'll say this. There was a point where sound got scary. I don't know if it's THX or Dolby, but if I was in those really tight stadium theaters with speakers all around, it would kind of... Am I blowing an eardrum to see this fucking movie? But my relationship with Mr. Tom Cruise, I met him a little bit taller. Whoops.
You were?
Yeah,
I believe that. You're not sure.
I'm such a huge fan of Tom Cruise. As times have gone on, I mean, he's done such great stuff. I read for Risky Business, even though I'm older than him.
Beeswax?
That's one of his big ones. And then you look at Tom Cruise being Tom Cruise and his commitment. And then in these last 10 years, He's literally willing to kill himself
Yeah.
to entertain it. Held his breath for 14 minutes, hanging off planes. I just got to go see it because, he's doing stuff where he could be dead, David.
Yeah, he's turning into like David Blaine in these movies.
Yeah, more than
He's
the
like, I'll
actor.
jump off a 75-foot cliff.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, look. You see your card? Look at it. Now put it back anywhere in here. Okay, now go walk down there to that 7-Eleven. There's a box of cookies, Oreo cookies. Go look in there, and your card will be in there.
And it's signed.
Yeah, I love that guy.
But
I don't blame him.
He has a romance with this girl. And we don't know if it's a fomance or maybe even a showmance. Because it seems to percolate around the time movies come out. I have a girlfriend now, and you got to check it out. And it just generates attention to the movie because they say Tom has a girlfriend. Tom's movie's coming out next week, and they bring. If it's staged, it's fine because she's a gorgeous girl he should be dating. If he's dating her, it's all fine. But it always happens around a movie.
Around the movie premiere,
yeah.
like you don't want to be cynical about it, but she was with Ben Affleck, and there was a call, and I don't know if it's AI generated.
Okay,
but Affleck called Tom Cruise, and I got her for about 6 more weeks. Yeah, we're trending good. Movie's going to open big, the account too. Yeah, when do you want her? All right, so a month before Mission Impossible release. Okay, I'll tell Anna. She's good to go. She's good with this.
When does tracking come out? 3 weeks before. Okay, that's the latest.
Her fee to be your girlfriend before the movie, it's about $300,000 a week. Good with that? Okay, Scientologist. I'm kidding, Tom.
Yeah, there's rumors, of agencies out here setting people together to help both their careers.
They did it in the 1950s.
Yeah,
they put Marilyn Monroe with Tony Curtis. It's part of the business. But if they end up married and making a baby, I'm happy for them.
Ultimately, when all the dust settles, I'm happy for him. Okay, what's next big story? What's a big story out there? Probably nothing. Click the button, push the button, and then the story comes. Okay, wait, don't click it yet. Let's see what it is. Can you read that, Dana?
With that little triangle over the lettering.
19-year-olds. Over
50% of Tommy John surgeries are now.
Over 50% of Tommy John surgeries are on 15
man.
and 19-year-olds. Wow, that's for those at home. It usually happens to pitchers in baseball. They throw so hard, but they're teaching kids to throw so hard to get them in the college. It usually happened in the pros after a long time.
This is really sad.
You rip out, ligaments in your arm, and you have to get this rough surgery. It takes about a year to heal, right?
Well, yeah, it is, and it could be a career.
Is it always the same? Yeah, you don't know.
They're taking ligaments and things and reconstructing it. I see helicopter parents. I see parents living through their kids, like some frustrated dad who never was a starting pitcher. You will throw hard when I tell you to throw hard. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're not going to get into college with.
Or is it a coach or who?
81.
That should not be happening.
Right, but stakes are high. And now you get that NIL money. You could just make a tidy living going to college now. You get a couple million for 4 years of college.
Mm-hmm. Like the gymnast. You lose money by, NIH. Do you own your image and likeness, David? Do you have an NIL, right?
No, I have a mirror.
Do we own our image and likeness, Greg?
I don't think we do.
Do we
in
own
the
it?
world?
Could I monetize this?
Would you sell your image and likeness for $1,000?
No.
To AI?
What would I net? 300?
1,000 cash. 1,000 in Trump Bitcoins.
Hey, man. You better do a lot of coins.
Okay. What's
and you
the next
look
one?
and you think.
I used to play baseball, so that story really hit home with me. I used to be able to throw all the way from catcher to almost to second base.
Track and field, 427 mile at age 17.
Why did you say 427?
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
People always say you're a good runner.
Excuse me. No, that wasn't that good. There were kids breaking 4 minutes at senior in high school.
Okay, read this one. Let's see.
Multi-million-dollar life insurance policy unpaid because COVID vax experimental.
Oh, this is interesting. Play this one.
France, there was an elderly, wealthy
in France
who
look at that
got
face.
Life insurance for millions of dollars. He got the COVID vaccine and he died. So the life insurance company is not paying out because they decided that the COVID vaccine is a medical experiment, and death from a medical experiment is not a covered entity. Furthermore,
Rip off.
even the judge says that the side effects from the vaccine are well known, they've been made public. There's absolutely no way that this gentleman could not have known the side effects. He willingly chose to get the vaccine, and he died as a result.
Is she a puppet on his lap or something? It's an odd shot.
Oh, did you hear that?
Stuff where you said all about the things.
And suicides, along with death
Oh,
from experimental
they said it's a
drugs,
suicide because he knew the risks
Well,
of taking a
well,
shot.
how many die straight
Okay,
up?
that's
I know
enough.
there's side effects with people, and heart stuff, and all that, but how many people just die straight up taking the shot?
I've never heard a scenario where someone had a life insurance policy and then they got the shot, then they died, and they go, you knew what you're getting into. So to call it suicide is a little nuts, I think.
What page of the contract was medical experiments are exempted from this policy?
I mean,
what-
read the
that-
policy.
You
I
kind
don't
of go
know.
medical experiments.
I know all insurance tries to wiggle out of pretty much everything, but that one sort of threw me off. And what it is
Mhm.
this is a story, and then there's a woman doing it on her story, and she just reacting to it. So that's why there's two people.
I've had experiences with insurance companies, good and bad. I don't want to demonize the whole industry.
No,
But generally speaking, it's a nasty, necessary business that you have to pay these premiums for the what if.
sure.
And then it's a wrestling match to get paid. But I haven't, I've had one bad experience with that. And it was about, when I sued you.
Right.
Yeah. Remember
Because I
that
stepped
lawsuit?
on your toe. Because you couldn't get on my driveway.
Well, I'm indemnified. I mean, I have so much injury insurance for trying to make it down into this labyrinth cave and all the stairs.
Do you have insurance for when you pull muscles from carrying the show?
Who says I carry the show?
I just did.
Whoops. No, sometimes you're a little sleepy. You've been coming off the road, and you're red eye and you
No,
got low
listen.
blood sugar and a bad back. And that's when I carry
I
the
go
load.
by this. If Dana's on Fuego, let's sit back and watch because it's great.
What's Fuego?
Fire.
Hey, man.
Dana's on fire. He came in on.
I was
coming hot.
I was SIL when I came here today.
What's that mean?
Sorry, I'm late.
I was really SIL.
I was SIL.
You've been
This will
called.
be launched, but by the end of this week, it'll be trending on Daily Mail. Oh man, I'm SIL. I'm
Dana
SIL.
Carvey announced he's SIL.
Well, I'm never.
Oh,
late.
I know what this is. Can we show this clip?
Yeah,
We can, right?
We'll see what happens.
well,
Okay.
they'll let us show it. Can
This
I
is
just set
Dana
it
and
up
I.
for
Yeah,
a
set
second?
it up.
Oh, sorry, Dan, go ahead.
Yeah, this is on SNL. I forgot about this. Someone sent it to me, but Michael J. Fox is the host. Kevin Nealon is playing
Doc?
Doc, and then I did a kind of a too hyperactive Michael J. Fox, and I played him to him. So I think it's good to know what's going on.
Run here! You can't do the show! Michael, come here, tell him!
Michael, we came to stop you, man. Who the hell are you? I'm you. I'm Michael J. Fox. I just came from 90 minutes in the future. The show's a complete dud.
It's funny.
What do you mean? What do you mean? It's going to be a great show. Michael, hey, did you hear that last joke? Man, it bombed. All right, okay, all right. How about my next joke? Oh, that bombs too.
He's pretty good as
Yeah, he's good.
Okay, here goes. Okay, I'm also excited because tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day, and maybe instead of saying top of the morning to you, I could say something like top of the evening to you.
That's the best joke you got!
It wasn't even a joke.
You gotta help me.
No.
Michael, there's no time to lose!
Wait, where are we going?
We gotta go back! All right? We gotta go back and stop you before you host the show!
That's a good premise. Then we go back in time.
Where did you go after that?
I think we went back in time, and he starts the monologue again.
Oh, that's funny.
That I had forgotten about, which is kind of eerie. I remember Michael J. Fox on the show, and I remember doing all these different things. I forgot about this monologue.
He did a good one where they did the child stars robbing people back then. when
Yeah,
child
yeah.
stars were robbing people. I think Smigel wrote it. It was funny. Who did you play in that? Do you remember? Were you David Cassidy or something?
I think I was David Cassidy. Yeah. I was either David Cassidy or...
yeah. He was Danny Bonaducci, I think. in
That's
that.
what we call now our new Blast from the Past segment,
Yeah.
where we show you things
If we're
from
allowed to
decades
show that.
ago.
Saturday Night Live will like sue us and block it from YouTube. Okay, what is this next one? This is bad. I don't even know
What?
It's a mixture of fun stories and heavy stories.
This is bad. That's not a cheerful...
Oh, should we even show this?
The beekeeping industry
Oh.
is in crisis over the shocking
You're always talking about
unexplained
bees.
deaths of
Oh, yeah.
hundreds of millions
Oh, I liked your
of bees over the
beekeeper.
last 6 months.
Bees
Jason-
are dropping.
Jason Straight.
Impact all of the U.S. as bees, called the backbone of agriculture,
I call them that.
responsible for pollinating, get this, more than a third of the nation's crops. CBS's Janet
These
Sherman-
horny
Bees
insects.
Bees
They're-
are croaking.
They're pollinating more than a third of...
They should be like a
in the U.S. beekeeping industry. Each of these hives can hold as many as 80,000 bees, but for reasons no one
It's a
can
pretty good
pinpoint,
holder.
the bees in all these hives and tens of thousands more have turned up dead.
Have you ever seen it this bad?
Never, not even close. The data is showing us that this is the worst bee loss in recorded history.
A lot of bee loss out there.
One of the nation's top beekeepers.
We need bees, Dana.
He owns Desert Creek Honey.
I know. Remember Jerry
Okay, you can
Seinfeld's
stop
bee
it.
story?
You know, it's funny because bees, it's not funny, but when I heard the noise of the machines, I thought it was bees inside there. And I was like, get out of there, dude. But yeah, the bees are the backbone or whatever they say. But I always say,
Of our ecosystem.
Right,
and how
they really
things
are.
grow and
So
things- yeah.
if I keep hearing this, that bees are dropping like flies and
Bees are-
and we need them. Not just for honey. You would think that because you're not like thinking straight.
I'm not thinking... No,
You're very surfacey.
I'm just trying to think when I'll drop a Trump next in the podcast.
How do you work Trump into the bees? I'll work the
Oh,
beekeeper.
A lot
in.
of bees, a lot of bees. You know, they make honeycomb. They love honeycomb. I love humming honeycomb. And they made a cereal. It's great. It's done by Post. I think they made honeycomb cereal. Very popular.
You know what? The only thing better than bees honey is Trump's new honey. He makes honey now.
Trump's new honey.
We make honey, we make bitcoins, we make it all. He's in every
I
business
don't know.
now.
I'll do Biden too if you want.
You got to
Biden never should have said, he never should have denied. He just should have come out there and go, he should have said it, a year or two. I'm out of my mind. I can't put two words together. I can still do the job. I got my son Hunter a job in Barbarossa. He doesn't know anything about it. It's what a dad does. Come on. I'm completely out of my mind. He would have got reelected just by not pushing back.
Right, just roll with it.
Yeah. And the people up front should have said, no, he's in packed and ice. We're giving him oxygen and a B12 shot before we stick him out of here.
They said, you didn't know who George Clooney was. He goes, well, come on. No one's seen him since ER. And they go, oh, that's
Why are they
funny.
listening to George Clooney? He was on the ER show. Come on. Before that, he was on Facts of Life. Everybody knows that. Come on. It's not rocket science. Facts of Life. Facts of Life is George Clooney. As the president, I'm as clear as the bells. No, I'm out of my mind. I can't put two words. If he'd said that, he'd be president.
It would be funnier, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in summary, I'm the beekeeper. So,
Do your
yeah,
bee-
you said the beekeeper.
Well,
you saw in the special.
which bit in your special and from your feedback, either online or
Oh.
with friends, was the one that landed? Was it the porn on the airlines?
Oh,
which-
porn is
or
porn
the-
always does well.
the beekeepers?
Beekeeper, they're surprised I did Jason Statham sounding like I'm the beekeeper. I keep the bees, and if I sting
It's
you,
actually really
it's
good.
not bad
You've got a good tone in there
because they don't see it coming because it's all weird.
I see. I like that because it's just why does everything have to be exactly current? Everyone
Yeah.
knows Jason Statham. It's really about him as a movie
It's
star
about being on movies
and who he is
and
as
on
a
an
movie-
airplane, and you're trying to find a movie, and they're all
Yeah.
lame, and then it says new arrivals, and I go, I don't think you can call Fern Gully a new arrival anymore, but thank you. And then I say, so I watched The Beekeeper. Anyway, it's a long bit. It's well worth it. It's at 14:10 in the special.
But I
Time code.
When you think about action stars and stuff, and you're just a pure action star like
Yeah.
Jason Statham, is something just fun and funny.
It's funny how tough he is. Yeah.
Do you like to dance? Because I like to dance.
At the first minute of any movie with him, I go, don't befriend him because he's a beekeeper with the bees living on a farm away from the FBI with a nice family. I'm like, well, they're getting gunned down soon. And lo and behold,
Lo and behold. Oh.
yeah, they got shot. down.
Okay, pop quiz for everyone in the room.
Yeah.
What action movie. Somewhat of an older guy, but not old. Greatest speech in an action movie over the
Oh.
last 20 years from the Kick-Ass guy.
Dirty Harry, maybe?
Liam Neeson taken.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have skills I've acquired to make me a nightmare for a person
Everyone's
like you.
oh.
I thought that speech, when that speech came out in that movie Taken, and then everybody tried to make action movies, but no one had a speech like that.
He's so good at it.
Because they take his daughter, and this is the thing that I love in movies. He's not only not afraid, he just can't wait to
he
kick the
leans
guys.
into it. Oh,
There's
yeah.
no sense that he's not. I have skills I've acquired to make me a nightmare. I will find you. I'll hunt you down, and I'll kill you.
I
It's
will
so
kill
matter
you.
of fact. Where were you if someone kidnapped someone you love? What would you say on the phone?
Start
David?
crying.
How would that sound?
No, I like when the guy goes, "Good luck," and then he keeps playing it. Meow, 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 meow. Good luck, and then he goes. Some guy goes, "Taxi," and he goes, "That's the good luck voice." I go, that was a tough jump.
Where in No Country for Old Men.
Oh yeah,
where
he's weird.
James
too.
Brolin, Josh Brolin is on the phone and he's being threatened by Javier Bardem, you
Yeah.
know? And he says, "You won't have to find me. I'm going to make you my special project." And hung up the phone. It's cathartic because they're so sure of themselves. He didn't make it in the movie. That's a whole nother story.
Oh, Breaking Bad, when he tells the wife, she goes, "Aren't you worried about danger?" And he goes, "I am the danger." Remember that?
Yes, and that's the line
That
is
gives you
in
the
movies
chills.
is
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about what they're going to do to me. They're going to worry about what I'm going to do to them. That's another one that's good.
Yeah.
And that's, that's what I think about before I go out in front of an audience doing stand up.
When you say,
I don't worry about their response. I worry about what I'm going to do to them. That's my real
yesterday,
talking
Dana
voice.
called me. He goes, "I think I'm going to walk over to Coy." I go, "Good luck." And he goes, "What does that mean?" I go, "Good luck." Okay. This,
I have an army of 200 people surrounding your house. Good luck. You make daddy happy. Well, there's actually 3,000 with grenade launchers. NX jets are on their way. Good luck. You made daddy even more happy. How do I make you unhappy?
Yeah. And your waiter there, you go, "I'd like the quinoa crab cakes and some sushi." And the waiter goes, "Good luck." And you go, "Good luck getting my order?" And everyone just says good luck now.
You triggered me now. I was doing Scarface in Master of Disguise, and the guy's coming around with hors d'oeuvres, and he goes, crab cakes? And I said, "What's your attitude? They should be called crabby cakes." It's such a bad joke that I love it.
No, I'll take it.
This
And
the
I'll
guy's
use
supposed
it.
to get mad. Hey, don't say that about my crab cakes. They're
No,
not crabby cakes.
I'll be saying that next time I order crab cakes. Dana, I'm a little bit of a spendy Susie, if you know what I mean.
A boozy Susie and a spendy Susie.
Yeah, I'm more of a boozy Susie, but yeah.
You are a spendy spender. Yeah.
And a lot of our listeners are nice enough to write in and say, "You look like you drank a lot and slept on your face." But that's just constructive criticism.
Well, it's very concise, and you don't really drink very much. I'll tell the
No.
fans, but
Just puffy. This
Just
is where
puffy.
Klarna comes in.
Mhm.
Klarna is your everyday smarter spending partner, which is what a lot of people need. A lot of my
Yeah.
friends definitely need it.
Mhm.
It allows you to make smarter decisions with your money.
Mhm.
And it's sometimes good to have a partner like that.
and I'll say it again, Klarna, which I assume is Swedish. Klarna is your smarter everyday spending partner.
Shoppers can use Klarna's Pay in 4 product to split their purchase into 4 interest-free payments.
That's right. Here's some key takeaways. Listen up, brother. Klarna offers a pay-in-4 product where you don't have to pay interest. I think that's a good thing.
You can pay with Klarna at merchant checkout, in the Klarna app, or with the Klarna card.
You can also compare prices at your favorite stores and earn cash back when you shop in the app.
They're making it effortless for in-app shoppers to get more value from every purchase. So choose Klarna at your favorite retailers or shop now at Klarna.com. CA resident loans made or arranged pursuant to a California finance law license. NMLS number 1353190.
Klarna, balance account required. Klarna may get a commission. Limitations, terms, and conditions apply. I'm
That's
just gonna
right, they do.
I'm just gonna say it. It's a Klarna summer.
What is this?
This is the book of David Spade's quips that we have here on the podcast.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. If someone's threatening someone, the person who's very brave always says, "Good luck." Page 382.
That's in there?
David Spade, yeah, on this date. Good luck. They already know it's live from New York, right? My joke was ruined. If we had a book of David Spade, every bit you've ever done, that's a good. You know what? We'll have AI going to make that, so I can refer to
Listen to my recorder rewinding.
Good
David. It's a
luck.
good one.
I am the beekeeper.
Listen, ready?
Good luck. Good luck. Because it's on a tape
luck.
loop?
He keeps playing it, remember? To hear it?
I didn't see the
He
beekeeper.
rewinds it. No, that's the fucking Liam. I'm doing Liam Neeson
Taken.
now.
Good luck.
My impressions are so bad, you don't even know what movie I'm doing.
Well, you need a little bit of an Irish too. I have skills I've acquired
that's
that make
the
me
guy.
a
It's-
nightmare.
And all the bad guys in movies, because everyone's scared of being racist, that's why superhero movies, the bad guys are made up monsters. In space movies, they're aliens. So that's the safest way to go.
Right.
If you say any country, any ethnicity, then everyone goes, oh. But Taken, where were they from? Like Kazakhstan, like Borat
it's
or
an
something?
indescript
Yeah,
middle
it's
kind of.
just
You can do
generic.
Russian,
Yeah.
this and that. I'll just make an observation if I can. As a kid, I realized at one point that the bad guys were always incredibly happy, and the good guys were tortured. Oh, Mr. Bond, when this bomb explodes,
Oh, that's
you'll
right.
explode. Be a bad guy. That's the happy guy.
That is. Remember when Goldfinger goes, there's sharks down there, and he's about to drop Bond in. He goes, "Don't worry, Mr. Bond. They only eat secret agents." And he laughs.
Oh, yeah. And the other one, he goes, the laser's going to come up to his balls.
Oh,
And
his
he's like,
ball sack, yeah.
Goldfinger, what do you want me to do? What do I do? What do you want me to do? And he goes, I want you to die, Mr. Bond.
Sounds like Lovitz.
It sounds like Lovitz. I want you to die. But anyway, there is something about people, narcissists, sort of proactive narcissists that are just sort of happy. They just insult people and they're rude and aggressive. And then the people pleaser and the empaths are like, I'm sorry, I hurt your feeling.
That's us.
That was
Gross.
like a little sketch I did.
Kim, now there's a Skims store near me now, and I can't stand it. But Kim Kardashian wrapped her Lamborghini in Skims underpants. Why is this a story? Let me see. Is that just a picture?
When Kim...
Oh, here's the back. That would be like the back of the underpants. Here's my underpants.
I was posing like that this morning.
Does that hurt your back? What is that? Oh, she looks cute. I mean, it is a Lamborghini and it is her. She's cute. Is that how you drive with your feet up? Okay, well, Skims, I don't know what it is. Underpants?
Skims is basically, it
I'm
was
asking
called
Dana.
Spanx. So they stole the idea of Spanx, which is just
Jesus.
kind of a lightweight unitard that will bring your tummy in. I have men's Spanx.
I'm
They're
wearing a
called
Spanx
Minx.
bodysuit right now.
And then they cleverly renamed it and kind of took that product and made it their own. And now they're billionaires.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing just fine. Okay, we'll do another one. Oh, we can wrap it up soon, by the way.
How long have we gone?
We've done almost an hour.
Fuck!
Why is that good or bad? Oh, this guy's talented. Let's get this guy an AGT.
Let's make this a two-parter.
This is when you go, oh, we could do that probably.
That's what we do.
Oh, that's a great idea. Just keep going.
And just get 5 of them and then have
Five?
Magic Edit Man make episodes out of them. Greg will call us up. Hey, I just need you guys to do some intros. That wasn't you. Sorry, I don't have a Greg yet.
When is the last time you dressed like Garth?
Last night.
Last night? For the
Yeah.
wife?
No, I'm doing a private event on the weekend, and they asked me if I will dress up as Garth and come out to Bohemian Rhapsody. So it's for a good cause.
I love it.
So I said I'll do it, but I want to be able to, one, don't make the Garth clothes too tight because all his stuff is always very
You
loose.
should rip it off.
Two is, and I don't know if they understand this, I want a wig where it just fits on and the bangs cover it. Otherwise, you have to do lace and gluing and pinning. So I said, as long as I can become Garth in 2 minutes, go out and go like this. And then they have a traction guy and sort of a ice bath after that. And then I do stand up later. So I'll
you
be
gotta
in
flip
it
your
this
head around.
Well, I'm going to be very careful,
Yeah,
David,
don't
at
do
this
that.
point in my existence. It hurt me then
I would.
when I did Garth in the car.
The Super Bowl commercial?
Maybe if I made it to the 50th, they wanted us to do Garth. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you didn't do that.
Cha. Ha. As if.
Well,
Mhm. Garth is my age. Everyone relax.
any corporate gigs, it's funny. They go, well, you're going to bring you over here. You're going to host the auction. You're going to try to raise some money for this charity. I'm like, check. Come over here. Do your act. Come over here. We got some bumper cars and we throw pies at you. And then my niece is going to shove an ice cream cone in your face. I'm like, okay, sounds good.
I have all
Do you
that.
have my Slim Jims and Triscuits backstage? They're like, yep, all good.
I get into the area where I'm going to work at 4, and I get out of that area at 10:30. And
You'll be here for
I'm doing tech checks. I'm
18 and a
optioning.
half
Oh yeah,
hours.
no. And then at the end of the night, 7 hours after they have 4,000 drinks is now. And now the comedy styling is. Can you do 45 now? It's a 6-hour show.
The best is if
Anyway,
you're
it's-
surprised, Have you ever been to these corporate gigs? It's like an 8-hour, they're showing graphs and charts. And then they go, all right, guys, go have fun. And they go, we have a special guest. Everyone goes, are we out of here yet? And they go, David Spade, you know him from Empress New Groove and Benchwarmers. And they go, wait, how long's this guy going? And I'm like this. And everyone goes, what's happening? And the CEO is like, laugh, don't be rude. But they tack you on at the end sometimes.
Well, they don't want any political humor. But my stuff's not really political, so that wipes out a lot of my.
With all
act.
your impressions?
No impressions, nothing
Oh.
political.
But you're
So I
not
have to
taking
dig
a
through
big
my
stance.
suitcase. The best thing you can hear, I'll just give you inside baseball, for a big ballroom, a corporate date where they're drunk and tired, when they kind of you're contracted to do a certain amount of
Yeah.
time, and they go, you could just do 25.
That's great. That's all
just
they
smart.
need.
If the audience is dead at that point and they're thinking about getting to their car or using the bathroom, they don't.
They like to see someone from TV in their room. They're like, this is fun. You came all the way here,
Yeah.
and then you do your stuff, and then after a while they go, I got a feel for it, and then you go, got it. Let's take off.
Where does that come from? I got a feel for it.
I got a feel for it. Oh, I got a feel for it.
That's the name of your tour.
Yeah.
You
my
gonna
turn.
announce some dates?
Coming up, Omaha, 3 cities in Ohio. Did you know there's three cities in
Ohio? Dayton,
Nope.
Chicago,
No.
and Poughkeepsie.
Chicago. What a fucking idiot. There's one called Newark, Ohio.
There's not a Dayton, Ohio?
There is. That's not where I'm going. I'm going Cleveland, Cincy, where my mom is from.
Chicago,
Cinc-
Illinois. Okay.
Cincinnati, and Newark, where they're working on building an airport that doesn't work there, so they can be like the other Newark.
Are you? Oh, I know. Who's going to go into that? I don't like to fly anyway, so why go in? It's a little iffy, but it's open.
Yeah,
if
they
the
go-
radar goes down once in a while. The runway, look, if we had our druthers, it'd be twice as long. But
Would I use it personally?
let's book
No.
your flight in and out of Newark.
Yeah, I mean, it works a lot of the time, so you should go.
Yeah. I mean, is it scary? Yes.
Is it unsafe? Yes.
Do you usually make it? Yes. Sometimes not? Yes. Is the runway really too short for the aircraft? Yes. Can they apply brakes? Yes. Are the landings especially hard because of the short runways? Yes. So anyway,
Are
there's a
pilots
nonstop
terrified
direct
to
from
come
Newark.
in? Yes.
What?
Are pilots terrified to land there? Yes. Does anyone that knows anything about aviation, are they scared? Yes.
Do the pilots wear adult diapers while they're coming into Newark? Yes.
Will we lie consistently to make sure you still go there? Yes.
Will the flight attendants pretend to be smiling while they're terrified on the climb in and climb out? Yes.
If you're 10 hours late, will you get a free drink? No.
And when we hit turbulence, we will especially tell the flight attendants to serve lunch and bring the drinks out.
When we say we appreciate your patience, do we appreciate it? No.
Don't you love it when it gets really turbulent and they're still just boring? I go, sit down. This is nerve wracking.
I know they're like this. Everything's, I do this all the time.
Yeah, this is a little like chop. You'll be fine. You on water, right?
I hate the people that go, I like it. It's like a roller coaster. I go, shut the fuck up. You don't like it. No one likes it.
Well, what I've done lately is I have a book, and it's a World War II book, and it's about people flying into Germany on B-17s taking flak. And I just think I'm not. Everyone in that B-17 would love to be in this modern jet.
I have a pee pad like a dog, and I put it under my seat, and then I go.
You actually have no fear of flying.
I do. I'm scared.
You don't. You just don't.
You're
good. You know me. I'm studying the engine, the size of the engine, the metrics. I'm studying the weather. I mean, I'm kind of nutty.
I'm out there helping them start the prop. All right. I think we should end on that.
Well, you have a lot of sound effects I've not heard. The prop plane.
You know what?
Do it again.
It's in the jet ski family. Here's a jet ski. Gets water in the car.
I'm going to do sound effecty in my act, but for today it would be like this.
Glug, glug, glug. Beep. All right, we appreciate you joining us for an extended version of Superfly. We're going to charge.
We're
you
supposed to. Our mothership company wanted us to do 30. Well, we messed up once again.
There'll always be at least 30, but we always go long as we goof around.
Because we love you.
We love the crowd
for listening or watching.
We love the comments, even the mean ones. Actually, I don't like them. But I'm not afraid to block someone, though. No. Actually, I get a little charge out of it.
Hey, man, the mean comments tell you. I'll do it as Owen Wilson. Hey, man, the mean comments tell you more about the people that are writing them than actually anything to do with you.
Look at Greg's eyes are darting like they don't know who makes the comments, do they?
Greg is trying to catch a flight to a basketball camp.
Yeah. We can wrap it up. Thanks for watching and listening, and we'll see you next week.
We'd like to thank Heather, Evan, and Greg for being our audience.
Oh, you can cut that out.
I'm trying to throw him a bone.
This has been a presentation of Odyssey. Superfly is executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Jenna Weiss-Berman of Odyssey, Heather Santoro, and Greg Holtzman. Hope you liked it. Ooh.
David, Jenna Fisher.
Jenna Fisher, the lovely Jenna Fisher, who's pretty universally liked out there. I mean, very sweet, very talented, very fun and charming.
Famous for The Office. She's done a lot of movies and a lot of other things, but she was Pam on The Office, the smash.
For all 98 seasons.
Yeah.
That show just kept grinding it out. And
yeah.
There's a spinoff now we talk about. We don't only talk about The Office, of course. She does plays. She's doing a new one we're talking about. She talks about, I asked her about Nick Swartz and about Will Ferrell. She loves SNL. And I hit her up after the interview. And, I think she had what we had. She's always like exactly what we say. Did we ask the right questions? Was I interesting? Was I fun? And we always finish and going, I think we did that wrong, whatever. But she's very sweet about it. She wanted to do a good job. She listens to the show. She has her own show.
The Office
Angela.
Ladies. Yeah. And she tells some really funny stories, interesting stories about her struggles before she got on The Office. And there's a whole arc of story involving Molly Shannon. And that's a very interesting
I like
thing.
that story. Yeah.
And sometimes when we finish the podcast, we keep our laptop open. So I ended up talking with her for a half hour afterwards. She's very easy.
Well, she's easy to chat with. Yeah.
So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one.
Jenna Fisher.
I was just asked by our producer, and it's a profound question. When you're driving around, a long drive, 2-hour drive, whatever, what's your entertainment? XM news, music, podcasting, or
just rap?
Phone calls to pay back. You have 10 seconds.
Ooh, it's not music. I do not listen to music. My first car did not have a working radio, and I just got used to driving in silence. And it's my preference. But now I would say news, podcasts, or phone calls.
So I love the idea
not
that
music.
you literally could go like just the silence, 2 hours, 3 hours, just
Jesus.
silence.
Jesus, it's chasing.
I think it's
more.
healthy, by the
Nowadays-
way.
I don't know. Yeah, I drove from St. Louis, Missouri, all the way to California with no radio. Just open
No air
windows, also no
conditioning.
air
Hay in
conditioning.
the trunk.
My first car was really it just moved you from one place to another. There was no luxury
yeah, you're
involved.
not
in this
old.
We didn't have
Like,
air
what kind-
conditioning,
at all.
but yeah,
what
but
kind
you're-
of what year of car?
I don't remember. I think it was like an 86. I mean, it had originally, when it was built, had these features.
When
They
it
just
was
didn't work
good.
anymore.
So you do the
Like-
office all those years, and then you buy a used Buick from 1988. I mean, I'll talk to Carell if I have to, or
No.
I'm going to call Greg
In
Daniels.
fact,
Okay, go ahead.
no. I had a Mazda 323 hatchback,
Sweet.
and that was the car I drove across the country.
Okay.
And then I
Okay.
upgraded to a Volkswagen Jetta, which was my
Ooh.
favorite car maybe I've ever had. It
Mm.
Pimp
was
sled.
awesome.
Mhm.
But then when I got my big office paycheck,
Yeah.
I got a stupid car.
Okay.
Yeah, Rolls
I-
Royce.
I walked into a Mercedes dealership and they had a little sedan. They only made like 7 of these. And it had like the engine of a race car, but in like the body of like a C-Class Mercedes. So it was
Yeah.
like cute and compact, but I was 100% an asshole driver. Like, because I could cut around anyone. It was great.
Did you keep it?
Mm,
I leased it and I
Mhm.
gave it up after the lease.
Lease.
And I went more practical.
We all have that story. You want me to go first, David? Because it's similar to
Please,
yours.
please.
Okay, got a little money, some movie, whatever, got extra money. Went to a Mercedes dealership, bought a,
Oh my
a
God.
convertible little Mercedes coupe. Like, oh, wow, this is awesome. Drove it for 3 or 4 days and realized when I had the canopy up, I was looking through a plastic windshield in the back. So took it back, traded it in for a SLE or a 420 SLE. And then I started getting people paying attention to me. I lived in the Valley when I would go to like 7-Eleven or a gas station. So then
Mhm.
I went to Honda. I just wanted a lo-fi car. That's my story.
Well, the problem with LA is that you get this awesome car and then you can only go like 32 miles an hour in it because you're
Yeah,
always stuck
true.
in traffic. So it's kind of like after a few years, I was like, oh, the best I can do is like whip down the on ramp.
Yeah, 300 horsepower, and you're
True.
just
And then that's it.
stop and go,
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Total
when,
waste.
when I moved out, I got something when I first paycheck and I went and I had no car. So I got a car. Dana knows this story. $6,000 Honda. I didn't go flashy.
Mhm.
I only had 6. And then I drove it to the Improv and then I brought it out. I brought my buddy out to show him and it was stolen.
What?
So
How long? You had it
stolen-
for like a night? One day.
I
One.
had
You
it
went
for an
one
hour.
place.
yeah.
And
I
Kevin
drove it
Nealon
from-
drove a car eerily similar to that. I'm not saying he had anything to do with the robbery, but it was kind of weird. But my first car was a Volkswagen Bug. Are you going to go to first car or first car when you got an extra paycheck?
Me?
No, you are. We know your story.
We know my
David.
story. Yeah.
David, you got
Oh, I had my fair share because I do like cars, but I my neck gives me trouble. So every time I get a car I love, it's just too painful. And like Jenna said, when you're starting and stopping all day, it's not like you live in the Midwest and you can floor it and there's big parking lots. Like when you go to Wendy's in Arizona, there's like 300 parking spots. And when you go here, there's 1 at Kmart. And you go, are we all sharing this? You can't believe when you get to LA how little there's some businesses have absolutely no parking. So I don't know what we're supposed to do. So that kind of threw me. And I realized I didn't need big fancy cars. I could just tell people I had them. I didn't really need them.
My first car was also a manual transmission.
Oh boy.
And my left foot would like truly ache at the end of like driving
for sure.
all day in LA because you were constantly just going like in and out of 3rd and 4th gear. There was like you never made it to 5th gear in this car.
God, no one has a stick anymore.
No. It's a this was the cheapest car. Like the manual transmission was the
Yeah,
cheapest
sure.
car. My dad's very practical. He was like, you'll get this car.
Now,
I'll teach you
Jenna,
how to drive it.
Firm, but
this is all you
fair.
need. You don't need any frills.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
In
mean,
St. Louis.
yeah.
So
You've been to St. Louis, I bet?
I'm
Oh,
going
yeah.
to St. Louis to do a show.
Have
Heather,
you
what
had
is the
Emo's
city
Pizza
called?
in St.
Let's see
Louis?
if she's
Emo's
heard of
Pizza
it.
in St. Louis? No, but I like it as a town. I like walking around. I like the stadiums are really close in. Not in the
Jenna, do you know what Chesterfield is?
Chesterfield is where I grew up.
Oh, is it really?
Chesterfield is where my family lives now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I actually grew up in like Manchester / Chesterfield in an unincorporated area. But yeah, Chesterfield for sure. Why?
Because that's where I'm going for my tour. And they said, I was with Nikki Glazer this weekend, and she's from St. Louis. And she goes, why don't they put on your tour St. Louis? No one, it says Chesterfield. And I go, oh, I don't know. I don't even know where
I
I'm
mean,
going.
if you're from St. Louis, you know what Chesterfield
You'll
is.
know? Okay,
yeah.
good.
It's not like, it's not downtown. I mean, St. Louis is downtown. You're going to be in the burbs. You're in the suburbs.
That's fine with me. And I
Yeah.
think it's a great place. I've been there before. I think it's new. Anyway, we'll set up comps for everyone you know from high school. Other than that,
Great.
great. You know,
Be
Dana,
careful what
I
you
was-
say. My high school ladies are going to come out for your show.
It's super fun. Dana and I had a question. First of all, I'll tell Dana a little pre-question that you don't know.
All right, let's
Is
try to
that when
keep our guests off balance, like with questions she's
Yeah.
not asked all the time.
Oh yeah, we're here to
We want to surprise
watch.
you.
She's going to come out here dizzy.
I love it.
So
Great. Everyone
I-
loves that in an interview.
I thought of doing this with Dana, and then I called Jenna. Right, Jenna? Do you remember this?
Yes, of course. Yes.
And you were very sweet. You took the call and you kind of walked me through how it works and what you did.
Mhm.
And it really gave me a little boost to say this might be fun. And if it has to be Dana, it has to be. That's fine, whatever. And then Dana had a question of, do you really need a partner?
Has it ever gone through your mind? I could have done this by myself, and then the money doubles.
funny.
Has that ever gone through your mind? or maybe Angela, but that
Dana and I think about that all day, every day.
people always ask us forever why. Why us? Why now? Are you really friends? Do you get that? I mean, you guys are famously really close friends. But with Spade and I was like, what? The Tommy Boy guy and the Wayne's World guy? I don't know. So-
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, also because Angela and I were frenemies on The Office. Our characters were not friends.
Oh.
And people are always very surprised to learn that we are best friends in real life. I could not have done the podcast without her. I am all like structure and order and spreadsheets. My version of Office Ladies podcast would be very informative, but also way less entertaining.
Yes.
So Angela brings all of the like funny and all of the quirky and all of like the weird observations. So we're a pretty good pair.
Yeah, I think that's smart that you did that because there is kind of safety in numbers. Dana is way better at this, and I don't think I could do it myself. I think Dana really, really drives it and makes it easier to do it
Except
for me.
today.
But jokingly, it's fun to joke around with him too because he's a funny guy, obviously, and we have a good time with that. And I think you guys have a real friendship, so people like to hear that you're friends, even though it doesn't seem like it on the show.
You guys, I love your podcast. Like, you have no idea how excited I am to be on
Oh, good.
your podcast right now. I listen to you guys. I think you are so good together. Dana, I can't believe you're talking to me right now. That's kind of blowing my mind. I'm a huge Saturday Night Live nerd. The greatest part about being on The Office and being on NBC was that I got to breathe the same air as Saturday Night Live people. This is like that we would have to be at the same corporate parties together.
All right, yeah.
And I was a total groupie. That is who I gravitated toward. It was just the coolest. But that's going way back. I actually have a crazy story from my very early days in LA.
Let's hear it.
And Saturday Night Live. Okay, so I made my living when I landed in LA as a typist and a transcriber. And you know how you'd have to go to those events? They're called like the Television Critics Association. And you would sit on a panel as a cast and you would introduce new cast members. This would be for any show. Well, my job was to go and sit in that room and take notes and then go back to a hotel room, a hot hotel room filled with like 12 people and 12 computers, and then listen to audio and transcribe these like press events.
Wow.
These
And
conversations. Yeah.
Yes. And if we got our work done on time by that evening, we were allowed to go to the quote unquote parties, which, as you know, are really just cast members of TV shows mingling with reporters who are trying to get sound bites. But we would get to go, we'd get to eat the food, drink the drinks, and just watch all the famous people. Well, all I wanted more than anything was to go to the Saturday Night Live party. I wanted it more than my little new heart in LA could stand it. And so I knew what night it was coming up, and I started planting the seed the day before. I started pretending like I didn't feel good because I was going to make an excuse that I was sick so that I could get off work on time and then sneak into this party. But I needed the hours, you know, so I planted that seed. The next day I was like, man, I'm still not feeling good. At 3:00, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I got to go. I got to go home. The guy was like, fine. I had planted a change of clothes in my car. I changed into a cocktail dress. I sneak into the party, and I can't even tell you, it was amazing. Norm Macdonald, I'm looking at him in the flesh.
Wow.
My mind is blown. Then I see Molly Shannon, and I think, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go say hi to Molly Shannon. And I walk up to her. She's giving sound bites to the press. And I say, Molly Shannon, I am a new actress in LA, and I just admire you so much. And I just wanted to tell you just what you mean to me. You know, the stuff you say.
Yeah.
Sure.
She looked at me, took me by the shoulders, looked me deep in the eyes, and said, don't give up. Whatever you do, don't give up. It took me 10 years to get on Saturday Night Live. And my best advice to you is just know it'll happen eventually if you just stick with it, okay?
Wow.
You guys.
Sounds like the Molly we know.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Right?
she'll say something nice, yeah.
Amazing.
She's the
And I went and I had this encounter with her, and then I turn around and my boss from the transcription
mad.
room is standing there along with everybody else who got off work on time, and they came to this party. And I was like, am I fired? And he goes, you are fired. And I was like, okay.
What?
He fired me. But it was fine, guys, because I met Molly Shannon and she gave me that advice.
Shit.
And I went home and I told my mom. And every time I had a hard day for the next 10 years, my mom would say to me, Jenna, don't you forget what Molly Shannon told you. She said, don't give up. She said it took her 10 years.
Yeah.
You guys wait for it. 10 years later, I'm at the premiere of Walk Hard, the movie Walk Hard that I did with John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
Right.
I shit you not. Guess who's at that party?
Molly Shannon.
Molly Shannon.
Your boss.
And I got to go up to her and I got to say, Molly Shannon, here's this story. You told me 10 years. And she was like, and look, it's 10 years later and here you are. And I got a picture with her. I made the photographer come over and like take a picture of us. Is that the greatest thing ever?
Does Molly know, has she heard this story? Or did you just...
Yes, I told her that night
Okay.
at the Walk Hard premiere.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
But now...
Yes, and I wrote about it. I wrote a book and I wrote that story in the book and I have the
okay.
picture in the book too. Mm-hmm.
Well, when I met David, he was 19. I said, you hang with this, and in 6 months, don't give up, because in 6 months, no, David was out of the blocks fast. If it was a sprinter, he was like, boom.
Dana said, you're going to move to LA, and in 6 months, you'll get crabs. And I go, okay.
Police Academy, hello. He got a movie he's had a...
I got a movie early on.
21 or
That's the
something.
Police Academy movie that I made. I had $6,000 to buy the car that got stolen. So I was back to zero.
Wow.
Yeah, great story. You still type 85 words per minute. That's nothing to sneeze at.
I do.
90% accuracy.
It's all in the accuracy. Anyone can type garbage quickly.
You're 90%, right?
Yeah, I mean, right? You want to type words. Anyone can just type
My
nothing.
father was a
quickly.
high school
True.
teaching, a typing teacher. My father for decades.
Teaching typer.
Mm-hmm.
Can you type? Can you guys type
Yeah.
with all your fingers, or are you like
Fuck no.
two-finger
No.
typers?
I can't do anything.
If you see a non-taught young person, like in their 20s, they're really fast. And I don't know if it's technically all using all their fingers, but we picked it up later. But I'm fast enough. But I don't.
Jenna, I have a good question that ties into Saturday Night Live.
What
when
is it?
you did Blades of Glory, you wound up getting to have sex with Will Ferrell, right?
Yes, that's right. I had a
That's
sex
a big
scene with
deal.
Will. Mm-hmm.
That's
my
one of the
gosh.
best all-time goats of SNL.
For sure.
Yeah. That was nuts. But also, by the way, Amy Poehler was in that movie.
Oh, that's right, Amy.
So just playing my sister.
Wowee.
Mm-hmm.
And Will Arnett was in that movie. Yeah, I mean, that was terrifying. That was terrifying. And Will was so polite when we shot that scene because he
He's
had
so
to like
nice.
grab my boobs like several times. But what was crazy about it was I probably had on more clothes in that scene where I look like I'm just in like a nightie than I normally wear. Like because they put you in like Spanx and then a corset and then a thing and they painted my body with makeup. I mean, I felt like so covered. It was crazy.
He has to go and grab your boobs through your stuff, but it's like that kind of thing. You can't even feel it because you've got 18 layers of.
Yeah, it's like I was wearing body armor. So I was kind of like, maybe like wink when you grab them because I can feel nothing.
And this was
Nudge me.
predates intimacy coordinators. There was no one there.
There was no.
It was
there
just,
was just
okay.
It was just like
It was
here's
just
what
a
we're
director
doing.
going, let's do this.
Yes, exactly.
Was Swartzen in that? Do you know Nick Swartzen, that little fool?
Yes, he was.
Oh my God. We were friends with Nick, and it's a real roller coaster, Jenna. I'll tell you that.
It is. I found him lovely on the film, but what do I know?
No, he's great. He's so funny. Hall Pass. We haven't even gotten to the goddamn Office. Look,
I have a question about the Office.
What is it?
The question is for you and your partner rewatching all these episodes and talking about them.
Yeah.
How is your perception, if it at all, changed about the show, or what did you learn about the show, or if anything? Because it is now officially a phenomenon in the way it travels around and then explodes again. It's evergreen, and it's a unique show.
Stopped.
And yesterday I was watching The Office with Ricky Gervais. Very different. I mean, it you say it came from that office, but it has its own complete original thing. Greg Daniels, one of the great writers. So what did you guys, what do you feel about that thing after doing hundreds of podcasts? Did you go through every episode at some point?
Every single episode, all 201 episodes. And then a lot of interviews with cast and crew. Writers, exactly. My biggest takeaway from having rewatched it was that it's really good the whole time. Because I think there was this lore, especially among the cast and the creatives, that maybe we like hit our peak in season 3 or season 4. And also this belief that like the 2 seasons after Steve left, we were just treading water and maybe they weren't as good. But when I watched everything, like some of my favorite episodes were in seasons 8 and 9 after Steve had left. Like there were still these amazing storylines. And also I have to say now, when I look back, some of my favorite episodes were also in seasons 4 through 6. Like Dinner Party was season 4. Michael Scott Paper Company, that whole arc was in season 5. And that's just great TV. And but yeah, I think, some of the award nominations stopped after season 3. So I think maybe we got in our heads and thought, oh, I guess we're not creating as great.
I think that just happens no matter what.
Well, that's,
And
yeah, you're not the new shiny object
yeah,
anymore.
Exactly. And
that's
they kind of
a
slow
nice
down.
thing.
But-
I mean, when you're watching yourself and you're watching a thing and then you come on and stuff, and it's something you did years ago, do you ever sometimes, because you sound like you're a normal actor, comedian that's sort of like a little self-critical, how was I? Do you ever kind of look at yourself in a scene and go, damn, I nailed that. Why did I feel insecure? Or what's that like?
I mean, I have both reactions.
Okay.
Sometimes I watch it and I'm like, I'll never do work that good again. Shit, that was great. But then there's other scenes where I just cringe, where I'm like, oh God, I remember how I struggled with that and I couldn't do it. And now here it is for everyone to see. And I guess I just have to move on. So I've had both reactions.
And I don't know the complete specifics of this, but first of all, it was always an ensemble. How great Carell is in that part is everybody knows that. But it always was an ensemble, and so many people came out of it and now have these long careers. But it's I forgot my train of thought. Sorry. I was seeing
have
Steve
something,
Carell in my head.
Jenna, when you can watch it and say, I was in the pocket? Because sometimes you watch it and you go, you're just in the pocket of going, this is a great scene. This whole idea of this episode's working. And when they whip the camera back, get a great look, whip back to you, perfect timing, get a great look. And when you see it, you go, because, you can only feel the camera when you're shooting and you don't really know. And then you go, God, they nailed that. Boom, boom, edited well. Everything about this is just, that's why people really get enchanted by, and also just your face is so part of The Office and it's so cute. And they always cut to you and you have these little storylines. It's really, I see why people get hooked on it. No matter when you turn it on, you can just grab any episode.
I remember what I forgot, was how much, if any, improvisation was there, because it comes off very improvisational in Totem. But I know there wasn't completely improvised. I know that's a pretty cool word, right? So were you allowed to kind of go, you guys, could I try this? Do you mind if I do, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it was really collaborative. And, so many of the writers were also actors on the show. So they were with us and they would be sometimes pitching alternate jokes right there on the set.
That's kind of fun, yeah.
So that was neat. And we did a lot of improvising, but I don't know how much of it actually made the cut. We got to play and have fun, but I would say like 90% of what you see on the screen was written on the page, down to like they would write in ellipses for our speech, like so you knew to kind of pause because they knew they were going to whip the camera during that pause, and so they could get back to you. So there was a very elaborate choreography of whipping the camera a little too late so that it seemed, and you'd have to give handles.
So it seemed like
the crew, so it seemed like
they didn't quite do it right. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And so a lot of times when we would do a rehearsal, they would say, Jenna, will you give a handle before your next line so we have time for that camera whip? So that would be, we would add things like, well,
they'd find you
so that they could find you, like in the right timing. But
so great, but it also seems very real. Like
a lot of the nonverbal acting and those cutaways to a character that isn't saying a line, but just sort of nonverbally doing some kind of attitude and stuff. It was immediately just felt so new. I'm not going to say fresh. David would use that word a lot, but immediately, I think for comedians as well, watching it going, this looks cool. This looks fun. This looks different and really funny. It doesn't push at all. It's the
well, we had 2 camera operators with cameras on their shoulders, and both of these guys were from Survivor. So these guys had like walked through the wilderness with the Survivor people capturing Survivor. So this is where they came from in the documentary world. And camera A, Randall Einhorn, who was also our cinematographer, who went on to be a director and is now, the executive producer of Abbott Elementary and all those things. Randall was our A camera, and his job was to get all of the dialogue. And then Matt Sohn, he was our B camera, And then his job was to get all of those things you're talking about, Dana, all of the
Reactions.
acting that was happening in the background. So whenever a
Love it.
scene was happening, we were all in the background of each other's scenes all day long on set, the full 12 hours. Steve Carell included. I can't tell you how many times Steve Carell had to sit in Michael Scott's office just to be in the background of Jim and Pam looking at each other.
Because we get a piece of them.
Yeah, because we're gonna see a piece. We're gonna see a piece of you is like something we could
I've heard
put
that.
on a mug.
Yeah.
That'd be actually be a great cast gift. Yeah, and so he would grab and push in on all of the, anyone who was in the background of a scene and get their reactions in real time. It was such a cool way to work.
Yeah. And you have to stay alive, though.
You do.
Every scene.
But it
You
keeps
would-
your
you would
energy
anyway.
up,
Yeah, sure.
because that's the hardest thing for me about acting in movies is like the long amounts of downtime between when you're actually
Sure.
acting.
Mhm.
It's just like, oh God, I got to ramp up again.
Yeah, and it's just I don't know if this is the correct way to say it, but if you feel like you're discovering something new in the moment, it's really nice. It does keep your brain alive. And in traditional movies, what I was doing, you do the 3 masters at 7 or 8 a.m. or whatever, and then by 5 or 6 o'clock you start. And don't you? In the master 8 hours ago, your left elbow was up, and you open the car door at this point.
Yeah.
It's the antithesis of what you guys had, at least the way it felt. It popped. It felt real.
For sure. And we did not have marks. Those
Oh,
for people
really?
out there, like you put tape
And
on
you
the
gotta
ground
hit
and
your
then you
mark.
have to stand on it because that's how you're going to be in focus. But we had no marks.
Wow.
And if the boom dipped in shot, we just kept it in because,
Love it. Love
it
it.
worked in the world. And and when I finished, going back to Blades of Glory was the first big movie I did after being cast on The Office. And I repeatedly kept looking down the barrel of the camera. Like I would do a scene
Oh.
with Will and Amy, and then I would like give a look to camera. I'd be like, fuck, I can't do that. And also I suddenly had to hit a mark and I was so stiff. It was really stressful because I'd been in this other world.
You can watch when people on movies, sometimes have you ever watched someone looks down when they walk in, look for their mark, and then they look up?
I love
so
it.
horrifying. I want to say
you notice
also,
all that.
I was going to say the show is fresh, but it's funny that the term fresh is stale. But also,
It's a problem. I'm going to bring it back. The
No, I like
Office
it.
was fresh, and the new one called The Paper
Yeah.
on Peacock. Have you seen that? Do you know much about it?
Okay, I haven't seen it, but I got to go to the set. Angela and I got
Oh,
special
shit.
access to the set and got to talk to all the actors. We got to see it. It's really cool, but we're
so
not
it's
allowed to
already
say
going.
anything. Oh yeah, I think that it's in the can. Like they finished
Oh,
it. It
in
comes
the
out in
can.
September.
Oh, interesting.
Mhm.
I was
oh,
gonna-
September on where?
Peacock.
I don't know. Peacock,
Is it
right?
Peacock.
So with John Krasinski, like the Jim and Pam narrative became such a big thing. I talked to some
Yes.
people in their early 20s today, told them I was going to interview you, and on The Office, I go, she was Pam. Oh, Pam, this is like a famous character.
Yeah,
And Jim and Pam.
famous.
I'm just kind of curious because John Krasinski, I find it really, really interesting how he came up with that horror film, The Quiet. What was it?
A Quiet Place.
Quiet Place.
great.
It's interesting when actors just all of a sudden you see them and like, wow, this guy can really direct. And did you see any seeds of that in him intellectually, or just the way he was around? Was that a surprise to you when he came out directing?
It was a surprise to none of us.
Oh.
Like
I didn't think so.
John, I would always say to John, I think you're going to be like our Tom Hanks. Like, remember how Tom Hanks did Bosom Buddies? And
Totally.
he was like a very famous, successful TV show.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But like when you think of Tom Hanks, you don't think of Bosom Buddies. You
Right.
think of everything else Tom Hanks has done. And I
Sure.
was like, I think The Office is going to be your Bosom Buddies. Like you're going places. It's very clear.
And did he look down at the ground and go, "Oh shucks," or how did he?
He did.
He did.
He's he's very humble in that way, Like that would be, if I say that to him, that's very embarrassing to him,
Sure,
Like
sure.
he doesn't want to be like fussed over like that.
It's just,
But I was like, no, it's true, mister.
Well, it's a Herculean task to
Yeah.
direct a movie. I mean, just physically and mentally. But
Dana fusses over me all the time.
fuss it.
You
Yeah.
fuss over me. I want to hear more about you being a telephone psychic when you got.
Yeah. That was.
She worked as a car wash.
I did work at a car for 3 summers, and that was my best
Work.
job. I worked at Long John Silver's. That was my first
Yeah.
job. I worked at an ice creamery serving ice cream, and then I got the job at the car wash. All of those were on this road called Manchester Road on in St. Louis, out in the suburbs. And I got fired from Long John Silver's. I got fired from the ice creamery, and my dad would say, "Oh, you're just looking to get fired from every business on Manchester Road, I guess." But the car wash stuck, and that was great. There was great money. I was outside just drying off the cars, you know.
How big
It's
are
kinda
tips
simple.
in that world? Because I try to tip well, but
Okay, this
Gorgeous
is like
Jenna.
yeah.
like back then. Well,
Okay.
and by the way, they would always make me give the gentlemen back their cars.
Oh, the
you have
keys.
to like,
yeah.
you got to stand at the car and wave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, in your little
Perfect.
shorts and your little
Perfect
cut off
for you.
shirt, and like your car's ready.
I'm
And
soaking
I would,
wet. Sorry.
I'm not, not to brag, but I would get a 5 sometimes. I get
Nice.
$5.
Fiver.
Mm-hmm. But
Fucking
then I had to
Lincoln.
put it in like the group
the group.
bucket.
Oh no!
Mhm.
Pooling tips.
Pooling tips. Yeah.
You're in your.
I mean, a few of them made it into my pocket. I'm not going to lie.
Now, what percentage of you is really a psychic? Do you think some of you?
I would
or-
say 0%.
But do you believe in the potentiality of psychics at all,
Yeah.
or do you think it's all just
They creep me out.
Mhm.
Like, I don't want a psychic to tell me what's going to happen to me. I like to
I
believe I have
agree.
free will.
Mhm.
You know,
I agree.
I don't want to have that. That just will give me nightmares.
Mhm.
I saw one psychic one time, and it still haunts me.
Yeah, it will change what you'll do. The second they tell you something, you'll make a different decision. That's what I feel. Like,
Yeah.
you will do this and this. They go, okay, as they'll say, oh, random example, you'll get married within the next 10 years. So you meet someone and maybe you give them a different chance than you would before. You're like, I think this is the guy I'm going to marry. You know,
That's exactly right.
It's
Yes.
weird. You just change every little thing, changes a little bit, so you can't really get the same outcome. It feels.
I went to a psychic in college, and my big question for her was, am I going to marry this guy I have a crush on? Because I was
Okay.
obsessed with him. Am I going to marry him? I can marry him. She said, no, you're not. You're not going to marry him. She said, but you're going to be famous one day. I said, I
Wow, okay.
am. I want to be an actress. I'm going to be famous. She said, you're not going to be famous for acting. You're going to be famous in the world of religion.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well-
she said I was going to be a famous religious leader.
Well,
She had it with acting. She should have.
here's
stuck
a
with that.
review. Here's a review that I brought. Office Ladies is a religious experience. This was from the St. Louis Dispatcher. No, I made that up. Sorry.
Dispatcher.
If you want to have fun,
You have a play, by the way. You've done plays. It looks like from your prep here, you've done plays, but you have another one coming up, Ashland Avenue.
Ashland Avenue world premiere
Mhm.
at the Goodman Theater in Chicago. Yeah, I'm heading out there in August for rehearsals,
Oh,
and then the
sweet.
play opens in September.
Tickets
Yeah.
go on sale in June on 27th. Now, doing a play, Dane and I were just talking about this before you came on. Doing a play, is it more exciting, or is it just something I couldn't even imagine wrapping my head around the full script that you have to memorize? Does that take days, weeks, or are you good at that?
It takes weeks. I think I'm okay at it.
Mm-hmm.
Plays are my favorite thing. I was a
Okay.
theater major. There's no money in doing theater, but it's where my heart is. And what I love is that you get to tell the whole story and go on the character's complete journey every night. You don't
Yeah.
have to like prepare it and then you shoot it out of order. And I also just love that it lives and breathes with the audience, and each play can only be seen one time. Like each performance
Mhm.
is slightly different.
Yes.
And you have it, and then just like only the people who were there got to see it. It just is like really
Yeah.
magical to me. And I love it. It's all I want to do moving forward. I want to just be a theater actress.
It's interesting. I've gotten more into plays the last 10 years, just in London. I'm not an intellectual in New York and stuff. And it's interesting the curtain call. and then they stand and there's a standing ovation. And then you can tell by their
Mhm.
body language how they felt, especially when they're walking off. Like sometimes they're slumping and sometimes you see someone literally twirl around almost like or high-fiving.
We nailed
and you
it.
know that you saw one that had that chemistry. Like you said, they're not always at that level. That's why you have
Right. They're like fingerprints.
Yeah.
Dana, I think you'll agree, stand-up is, I go on the road, going mostly to places Jenna lived. But when I go on the road, you do a show and everyone goes, oh, I saw your show. But you remember that city and you go, oh, that one went pretty well. Even though it's just microscopically different.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get off and you go, I could not get it going perfectly. And some nights you're like, from the second I went out, it was perfect. I said everything right. I had the right attitude. And so plays are like that, where whoever comes is going to see that night's experience, and it will be a hair
the
different.
audience is the partner
Yeah.
in many ways. Is it
Yeah,
comedic, a drama,
they
comedy,
steer it.
or is it a pure drama? Or
It is a comedy, but it will also break your heart into a million pieces. So what it's about is it's about a guy who owns an old like TV shop in Chicago on Ashland Avenue. And he's a guy who used to have a dozen TV shops in Chicago, but mom and pop shops have gone away for the big box, places. And so he's being honored by the city of Chicago for being a small business owner. I play his daughter. And basically it's a play about this man dealing with being in his 70s, and basically life is kind of telling him, we don't really need what you have to offer anymore. He's like dealing with his own relevancy. Like the thing that he's good at is owning this TV shop and selling people TVs. But it's like, well, you know what? We don't need that anymore. And so what do you do with that when the world is kind of done with your skill? And so it's kind of heartbreaking, but it's also a comedy. And then as his daughter, who has grown up just being in this TV shop as well, and it looks like it's going away, like I have to decide, well, I'm kind of getting a chance here to do something else with my life and strike out on my own. And what does that mean to me?
do you feel like the audience is obviously they're familiar who you are from The Office,
Yeah.
and then they want to come see you, and
Yeah.
so how different is this character compared to Pam?
This character is different from Pam,
Yeah.
for sure.
Mhm.
And that's something like, that's my whole career since Pam, is that most people just want to see more Pam. It doesn't totally bother me. But I think I'm going to be, I think you'll be able to go on this journey.
Sure.
Even, I think it'll be okay.
I always say, because an audience, I'm doing stand-up, they do want to see characters that I did on SNL, and I just of course I'll do them. They're my hits. The only thing worse than having hits or a hit show is not having a hit show. So it's just,
there it is. That's right.
Yeah. So it's a good problem to have. And I think that from reading your guest prep, you've just done a lot of stuff since The Office. So it certainly was a starting point for you. Do you still just love it? Do you just love performing like you used
do.
to?
Yeah.
I do. I think I'm a mom now. I have 2 kids. And one of the things that was really hard, though, was just the amount of focus and, frankly, like self-involvement that is necessary to be an actor or a performance artist,
I got that down.
But it's true. Like, like you don't want to go all the way into narcissism, because that's a real bummer. But there is a type of selfishness and self-involvement that is necessary for being an artist, because that's how you create. That's how you get in the space to create. And but that lane is not compatible with the kind of parent I want to be. I want to be a kid-focused, kid-centered type of parent. And so I have changed the things I've said yes to, or the things I do acting wise, since I had kids, mostly so that they were kind of like more softballs, like things I could do without getting too dark or self-involved or selfish, things that I could completely leave at work. I wasn't bringing anything home with me that was going to like bleed
It's dark,
into
too
their
weird.
lives.
Old as time, old as show business, all those kind of conflicts. And one thing that occurred to me recently, why it's sort of emotional or personal, like I have a lot of good friends who maybe real estate agents or different type of jobs, but we are our product, our physicality, our voice, who we are. And so it's a personal thing. You're out there doing the play. And if it's not going well, you didn't feel you had enough time to prep, it's just personal. So I think it is really common and difficult to balance the emotion with the family versus just how personal it is as a performer and artist. It's like,
and when kids come along, you're just now suddenly it's their world and you can't even help it. It just goes away. You're like, now I'm lasered on this and I can't be like I was,
That's exactly right.
That's like in part of your life where it changes.
There
and you
are
go, okay.
some people in showbiz. I think Beyonce has her daughter touring with her, who's like 12. There are some people who just do that kind of lifestyle, but
who's richer than me.
That's different than giving your kids kind of a stable, old-fashioned lifestyle.
Well, I remember I talked to a family therapist like early on because I like therapy, and I was talking about wanting to have kids and trying to figure out how am I going to balance that with, being an actor. And she said something that really stuck with me. She said, well, there's kind of two types of families. You can have parent-centered homes or child-centered homes. And she's like, and there's no judgment which one you want to pick. But in a parent-centered home, if you have a career, your children will orbit around you and your career. And if you go to a movie, you bring them with you and you have tutors and they sort of like just go into your life. She's like, but in a child-centered home, you center it around the children. And if you need to go do a project, she was like, imagine like your family is flowing like a river. And rather than diverting the whole river to the movie, you take a little stream by yourself, you do the movie, and then you rejoin the river later. But the goal is to keep the river doing its thing. And I really liked that. And I thought, I want to do that one.
I don't know if you want to do it publicly, but could I get the number of that therapist? Or
I think you gave us solid bullet points.
That's a pretty good little
help us.
What do you call that? An analogy, a metaphor? I don't know. It's one of those things.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. She also said, like, something that's hard though is, she said when you pick the person you want to have kids with, she's like, you're going to want a person who agrees with you. Because there's nothing worse than one parent who wants a parent-centered home and another parent who wants a a child-centered home. And then she also said, people who have grown up in parent-centered homes have a very hard time creating kid-centered homes because they're like, hey, wait a second. I'm the adult now. It's my turn.
Yeah.
So it's right.
First,
like you grew up like revolving around your parent. And then if you revolve around your kid, you're like, when was my shot?
Yeah.
I thought it was just so much to chew on, right?
Yeah. Well, the 60s was so different, I guess it was a parent-centric. It was, you just were so much more independent. Like I was walking to school at age 5, and there were no helmets,
for
the
sure.
whole thing. And so it's become very child-centric, It used to be children should be seen but not heard, and now it's adults should keep their mouths shut when we're watching,
And Dana, you wear a helmet now, though, when you go to the mailbox. But that's his own choice.
That's my own choice.
It's a fashion choice. Jenna, two more things before we let you go. But one, I thought, when you do a play, I think of this when I do stand-up on the road. When you do a play, I think what would scare me is you have to feel good every day. Like you have to go there and prep yourself. It sounds stupid, but to stand, to sit, to go through, to be fully alert for those 2 hours, whatever, that's kind of a hard thing. Does it ever even cross your mind, or you're always just kind of pop to it?
No, I mean, I have a bunch of like rituals and superstitions that I do.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys? I have like a vocal warm up. I have like a body warm up. I have a meal that I like to eat because I know that it's not going to make me feel too full or too hungry
or sick or anything. Yeah. You don't want to get stomach ache.
No, I'm definitely not experimenting with any kind of new food.
Yep.
Do you have that?
Yeah, I mean, Dana and I were just talking last week, like before we went on stage, I get an eyelash in my eye once in a while. It happened last week again, Dana. And anything can happen right before you walk out and you're like, I can't pee, I can't eat, I can't do anything. I have to feel good for the next hour straight. There can be no distractions. And it's very weird because your life, you can always poke at your phone. You can look at this, you can go restroom and you go this, and it plays even longer. And just to feel like you got a grumbly stomach or your back hurts or something, you're like, oh shit, can I do this? Do I call in somebody? You know, so weird.
I had a shooting pain in my left leg, kind of inside my left leg. And so all of a sudden my left leg was inoperable. I was playing in front of 2,000 people and I was and I'm like, okay, got to go with this, incorporated into the act, and then it worked itself out. What I was interested in also, besides we all do that, and I think it's great. You have the certain show day prep. But the gentleman who is playing your father, what is his name?
Fran Guinan.
So Larry David was just talking about when he does usually whatever he's doing. I don't know if he does stand up or whatever. It's just the fatigue goes away once there's the audience, And then I think in a play, you're holding on to him, he's holding on to you. And that connection can hopefully make the part of your brain going, how am I doing? How's it going? All that go away at times, right? That's the electricity of it. If you get so involved in the scene with your partner that it feels exhilarating, right? When you know you're connecting and the audience is with you. That's what you live for, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the dope of the whole thing of live performance. I mean, that's the thing we're chasing. That's the high you're chasing.
That's the hit, right?
Every time.
Sure. And even if your prep doesn't go as well as you want or you ate too much, you still always have that possibility of that happening.
Yes. Yes.
And also, if they get something wrong, the audience doesn't know this. They could miss a line, you cover for them. There's little things that are like teamwork things that are fun to do that you get to the end and someone's like, hey, you saved me. I spaced out. And the audience doesn't really know what's going on, but you forgot a prop. There's little things that keep it alive, but that's kind of the fun teamwork of it all, like in a show also.
That happened to me during a show. I did a show off Broadway, and me and this other actress were on stage, and we're only on stage for like 4 lines because we don't like each other. And we're waiting for the same guy. We like the same guy, and we're waiting for him to walk in and break the tension. And he didn't come on stage. He didn't come. He just missed his entrance. And so I started improvising, which then the playwright was like, oh my God, I can't believe people thought I wrote those lines. That was just like terrible improvisation. I'm like, what were we supposed to do? Right. We're just sitting there. No one was coming on.
It's an art piece if you sit in silence for 12 minutes waiting while they find the guy at the deli next door.
I like it when someone didn't silence their phone or is talking on the phone, and then the actor in the Broadway show breaks character. He's in some kind of clown suit or dressed as a bear. I will kill you, motherfucker. Just that
clown suit.
It's live. Yeah.
Now, Jenna, my last thing for you is I like that when you audition for The Office, Allison Jones, who's a casting director we probably all three have run into along the way.
The best.
Said, dare to bore me. I think that's interesting.
Yeah, I read that.
I like that because most people are trying to give you the biggest pizzazz of a lifetime in an audition.
Well, I had been auditioning for Allison for about 5 years before The Office. I got my first speaking role on a television show. It was Spin City, the Charlie Sheen years. And I had 3 lines as a waitress. And then she would bring me in for other little things.
Sure.
And finally, when it was time for her to cast The Office, I had a good enough relationship with her that I could say, hey, Allison, do you have any advice? I really want this one. And she said, yeah, my advice is don't come in looking hot. Like, don't come in all done up. And by the way, usually the note was, okay, you're playing a pediatric nurse, but like hot. Or like you're playing a school teacher, but like really hot. So like usually the note was look hot.
Mortician, but hot.
But super hot. Like she's really, really hot. And I'm like, okay. So she was like, don't come in like looking hot. Don't come in with a bunch of makeup.
Overdone, yeah.
We want real people. And then she said, we're going to have you improvise during the audition. And my advice is dare to bore me.
Oh,
And
love
I was
that.
like, okay, great. So I went in and I read the scene. And then Greg Daniels said, okay, we're going to improvise. I'm going to just ask you some questions as if I'm a documentary filmmaker. And I had that note in my head. And he said, do you like being a receptionist here? And I just paused and I said nothing. And then I said, no. And that's all I said.
That's funny.
Because I thought it would be funnier to watch me think of all the things I wasn't going to say than to say any of them. And then also, though, she's like a deeply honest person. So she can't lie and say she does like it, but she's also not going to say any more.
Wow.
And I think that's what got me the job. Greg told me that's what got me the job.
That is so cool. Dare to bore me. That was the
Dare to
note.
bore me.
Yeah.
It was so scary. It's so scary.
Because you want to just go for the fences.
I know.
Oh my
It's
God.
just
It's so hard to just have restraint. That's like, for me, the
Underplay.
hardest thing about acting is just
And
holding
then on The
in
Office,
silence.
that you really are working with people that are all doing it, and it's so fucking funny.
It's amazing. It's just amazing, amazing thing to have been a part of. It just, I still can't believe it. And just what it means to people too. Like, that's so cool. I know that The Office has gotten people through hard times in their lives. And, you know, once in, long ago, I fell down a set of stairs in New York at Budokan. It was during like an NBC event. I was there with Fred Armisen, actually. And, I fell down this set of stairs and I broke my back in 4 places.
Oh, Jesus.
And while I was recovering, I watched the Larry Sanders Show, and it was like better than any pain medicine. So like the fact that I can be part of something that is that for other people, like I know what it means to have a thing that like gets you through something. It's really cool.
wow, that's full circle because I believe that Ricky Gervais felt like he was influenced by the Larry Sanders Show. And then he
Yes.
does the British Office, and then you go do the American Office, and then you break your back, and then you're watching Larry Sanders. I don't know where this keeps going, but it's there's something kind of cool
Exactly.
about that. That was a
Dave
show
and
that
I-
was magic. We were both on it. Were you on it, David?
We were on Larry.
Sanders?
Well, also,
Yeah.
we all worked with Greg Daniels, who is a shout out to him, who's a great writer. That obviously SNL.
I remember
And
when
then-
Greg Daniels and Conan O'Brien walked into the offices at
What?
SNL, fresh out of
Really?
Harvard, looked like they were sophomores in high school, little haircuts, kind of nervous, looking around. Yeah, great. Yeah,
And they were roommates.
yeah,
too.
I know. It's amazing, really. And
You know, the
super,
SNL
super
years you
sweet.
liked. It's like we were propped up by guys like that, and Bob Odenkirk and Smigel and Downey and Frank.
Yeah.
There's so many good writers there.
It's kind of nice when, and I'm sure you just do this, you're not trying to get kudos about it, but if someone says to you later, because not everyone is really friendly when you walk into an environment like that, and they'd say, oh, you were so nice to us. I go, really? I was? I think I was just like, how you guys doing or something. But some people
Yeah.
are like, more competition. We don't need you. You know, it's
Yeah.
a little, it can be a little cold at SNL. No one's really telling you where you should stand or what you should even do. That's what we learned. A lot of people are like, they didn't even know, no one told them anything, you know, about the show. And they just had to figure it out for themselves. But anyway,
Well, it's an interesting environment. I got to be on the show as part of Steve Carell's
Right.
monologue once.
Mhm.
I remember that.
And I was, I mean, again, like I told you, I'm a Saturday Night Live groupie nerd. And so this was, I don't even remember what I had going on. I got like 24 hours notice. Do you want to come fly in? And I was like, yes. I came in on a red eye. I was like, anything. And to be in the bowels, to like get to be there for the rehearsal. And then how like, oh my God, it really does change from the rehearsal. That was nuts. And just, it was so scary. And my line changed, and then the cue card changed. And then how we all went into Lauren's office, and you're like sitting on the floor, like waiting to hear like what things made it and what didn't. And I couldn't believe I was invited. I was like, I just have like one sentence in the opening monologue, but I was like privy to all of the inner workings. It was so awesome.
It is.
And then that night at the after party, I held Lorne Michaels' focus for 30 solid minutes.
Whoa.
And I still to this day, it is one of my best like small talk moments ever, because I'd met him many times. I had come and I saw when Christina Applegate hosted and when John Hamm hosted, I came as their guest and I would sit and I would run into him and shake his hand and all this sort of stuff. And but for whatever reason, at this particular after party, I got in a whole chat with him about how I like to prep for the apocalypse. And he was very interested in this topic. And we spoke for like a solid 25 minutes.
Wow.
And I wanted to keep talking to him. I wanted to keep going, but I knew that I had to say goodbye.
Yeah.
And I did it. I left at the right time. And I'm so proud of myself.
That's
and now I never want to speak to him again. I will never speak to him again. I will not ruin it.
6 years there, I didn't get 30 total.
It was,
That's pretty
I'm telling you, I'm never, ever want to run into him again.
I
that
love
was a
it.
good subject matter for him. Something that he would be like,
Just doesn't talk about every
you
day.
first have to make sure that you procure a fair amount
Slim
of water
Jims.
in the event of apocalypse.
I put Triscuits.
I mean, did he
down
respond
there.
at all? Well, I mean, you really talked about your preparation for the apocalypse like for 30 minutes straight.
For a good amount of time. But then we also talked about the movie The Edge, which is my favorite movie. And, you know, it's a survivalist movie. I love movies where people have to survive things.
I've seen it at least 5 times. And that's a movie. And we told Alec Baldwin that friends come over or relatives, oh, let's watch a movie. And once in a while I go, have you seen The Edge? They go, no. I go, it's just kind of a surefire, great, entertaining film. No one cannot like
Dana,
it.
what one man can do, another can do. That's from the movie. What one man can do, another can do. I'm telling you, that's gotten me through like big life moments. I love this movie. And so we talked about The Edge, which ended up leading into survivalist stuff,
I see.
into prepping. And he was really interested in my currency plans. Like, what were my plans for currency during the apocalypse? Did I have gold bars? Like, and you know what? To be honest, I hadn't thought of it. I hadn't gotten as far as currency.
I was funny when I was there in the fall doing Biden, just behind his desk, I saw this whole duffel bag, you know, it's really big, you know. And then when he left to go use the bathroom, it was just all the survival stuff in there.
He goes by and he pushes a wall and it spins around and it disappears down a slide.
I want to be ready.
He was influenced by my prep.
That Tony Hopkins had that line, right? What one man can do, another man can do. Is that Tony Hopkins?
Yes, correct.
And Al Baldwin.
That was Al Baldwin.
Al Baldwin was great in that. So was Tony. Oh, I love when people change names. Jen was great on our podcast.
Jen Fisher. Does anyone call you Jen?
No one's ever called me Jen.
Well, get ready for it because we have a lot of follow. By the way, people may not know, but we're on the same network. It's almost like television now. So that's kind of cool.
This is jury duty for Jen.
And I just for people who are watching this or might want to see it. So are you in a studio somewhere?
I'm at your New York studios. I'm here in New York this week, and so I came into the New York studio.
And are you and Angela usually in different places when you do the podcast, and sometimes together, or always?
No,
together?
we're usually together. Odyssey, our company that we both work for, has a studio in Hollywood, and we usually record there in person together.
And
you guys are all set up at home. Like you guys have cool setups, but
we sometimes go in person. We've been going in person.
I kind of feel like
I like
need
in
a
person
background or something. It changes a lot. When I was doing SNL, I was just in a hotel room doing it. That's one of the advantages of this is that you can do it remotely.
If you have to,
But David has a little studio.
I just have this stupid mansion. But Jenna, thank you for joining us. Tell Angela hello, and we appreciate your time.
Oh, guys, I don't want it to end. I love you. I love you both. I love your podcast.
Thank you.
This is so cool. This was a highlight for me.
Well, everybody,
well, that's really
keep your
nice.
eyes
I
open
just
for her
enjoy
play.
talking to you. I just find I
Yeah,
kind of thought
you're always sweet and fun, and just like
yeah,
you would think.
podcasters, actresses, and all kinds of things you do. But if you do this, well, I think you do get a little more inept or adept at doing it. You know, conversing and letting it go where it needs to go, and asking questions. So usually when we have a podcaster on, it's an easy show. You know.
Right.
Right? Because you know what you're hoping to get when you're doing it yourself.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be electric every moment. You don't have to push it. It just is
Yeah.
what it is, you know. So
If we seem rusty, it's because we've only done 2,000 of these. Okay. So, Ashland
David.
Avenue.
Oh,
Ashland
yeah.
Avenue is the play, and she's doing it in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And
In
it will
Chicago.
be tickets on sale June 27th. And it starts when in August, you said?
I think September 15th.
September. Okay.
Yeah.
September 15th. All right. Thank you very much. Bye, sweetheart. Very good to
Thank
see
you, guys.
Now, don't hang up.
This has been a presentation of Odyssey. Please follow, subscribe, leave a like, a review, all this stuff. Smash that button, whatever it is, wherever you get your podcasts. Fly on the Wall is executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Jenna Weiss Berman of Odyssey, and Heather Santoro. The show's lead producer is Greg Holtzman.